following program is an exclusive DisruptionNetworks.com production.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing priceless inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to the
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. What's happening at TC Radio? Yeah, Thirsty Thursday here on Disruption Network. Z here, Chicken here.
What's up?
And we got the boys from New Radio Ettiquette. New Radio Etiquette got new music out.
Hey.
They dropped off the CD, and I'm like, dude, sit down. How cool is that? First of all, thanks for dropping off the CD. That was super cool of you. Great to see you guys, by the way. We got Sal and Mike in the house with us.
How's it going?
Good to see you guys. And thanks for the CD. They came by. We're like, they're going to go see Uncle Z and drop off a CD. I'm like, well, you guys got to sit down and hang out in the podcast for a little while. So great to see you guys. What do you think of the new studio?
I dig it.
Looks
it's really
good, right?
comfortable in here.
It looks good. Get up a little closer, Mike. Or that thing moves a little bit if you want to move it around. Yeah, don't be shy.
He's used to handling things of such caliber. You know what I mean?
We are live on Facebook. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube.
We're live everywhere.
We're live everywhere. We are also live on Sal's Facebook page as well. So
technically the band Facebook page.
New Radio Etiquette, though, man. It's great to see you guys. Good that you have this new album out. Let's talk about the album. First of all, where'd you guys record it at?
More Sound Studios in Syracuse.
Great place. Big ups to Jocko and Andrew. They're doing some big stuff over there, man.
They are. It's every time we go over there, I feel like they always got something crazy going on, and it's really great because I mean, every time we work with them, it's just such. It's awesome seeing somebody with that much talent like finally like be like so passionate about it.
Yeah. And Jocko's
such a great product.
Those guys are geniuses over there. They really are.
It's such a chill place too. Like it's a very comfortable environment to be in.
Totally.
Too comfortable sometimes.
And that's important. That's important though during the. It's important when you're recording though, because sometimes definitely. It could be a high stress level thing, and to go into a project like that, not being stressed, and lay it down. Yeah, it's good to be comfortable, you know.
That's the thing. Like a lot of engineers, producers you work with, they're just really focused on like getting that perfect take, not realizing that a lot of music's organic. I mean, yeah, you want to make sure you do as good as you can while recording, but it's nice to be with somebody that knows, you know, just get the best you could out of what you're doing, and he really just is open to anything which is great because we're a very different band. We're not so like
serious.
Exactly. But I mean, we're serious about our music, but we like having fun with it. And to have somebody that's on board with our, you know, like our antics and our goofiness, which definitely shows in our music. We definitely like to have fun. And it's nice working with a producer that's pretty much like a fifth member of the band at this point.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
really
the first
awesome.
time we went there, like when I first met everyone, it was like immediately like you felt like you've known them for like years. Like there was no like awkwardness or like getting to know like whatever it was like.
Nice. And it's important to get another perspective too on what you guys are doing and help out and help with your chops too, right? That fifth member always makes you kind of a better player in a way, right?
You always think you're a great, decent player, but then once you start recording, once you hear that click track going, you're like, oh, shit.
I hate click tracks so much.
I've
gotten so used to it.
Yeah.
I cannot play to one.
No, still?
I absolutely can't play to a click.
No.
That's where I come in. Me and Mike are always
He's a clock.
jamming together. I try to be.
What's your guys' writing process? Like somebody come up with a riff, somebody come up with lyrics. How does that work out? Does everybody contribute to the writing process, or is it just one particular person? Or
Yeah, we do like a 2-practice system. I guess we do like a live practice where we'll like fuck around and jam shit out and get like a rough idea of a song or anything, and then we'll take it to like usually it's our apartment and we'll sit down with like a recorded version of it and analyze it like in an environment where we can talk and hear each other and shit like that.
Do you guys like live together, everybody?
Me and Austin do.
Yeah.
But we have all like the recording stuff at our place, so we all kind of convene there.
Nice. It's good to have a good headquarters.
Yeah.
New Radio Ettiquette in the house with us. You guys got any gigs coming up? Are you guys going to be out there shopping this album a little bit?
Doing
shows.
We have a few things we're working on right now. We're playing February 26th at what's a place called? Spark
Art Space.
Spark Art Space in Syracuse. We're playing with Awaken I Am, I believe they're called.
Them and Ian Brown, I believe is the other one.
Cool.
Which is gonna be a great show. We haven't really stepped into Syracuse yet, so it's gonna be nice to like, you know, get a whole new fan base going out there and really exploring what Syracuse has to offer us. Because
right on.
I mean, I've played in Syracuse with different bands, but I'm really excited to do it with this band because it's like we just have a lot to offer, I believe, musically with the way we play our live show. Just I can't wait to have fun with all these people, and I hope they have as much fun with us as we do when we play.
Are you guys first on the bill or early in the bill?
Yeah.
I think we're first, yeah.
I believe we're opening, and then I believe it's Ian Brown after, and then Awaken I Am is headlining.
Right. You're not going to be that dick band and walk out after you're done playing, right?
Oh, God, no. I try to avoid that as much as possible.
Please don't do that. Don't be that band. That nothing drives me more
crazy. I hate
crazy.
that so much.
Right,
yeah.
so do I.
Like,
that
it's a
drives me
show.
nuts.
Like, you're there to see live music. I mean, sometimes, unfortunately, like, people got to dip out early because, you know, they got work or whatever.
There's
but
circumstances, of course. It's understandable.
it's like you're at a live show. Like, don't be that band that's like, oh, thanks for having us. Like, not even like 2 seconds after you pack your shit up. Like support local. Like, that's what.
If you want people to support you, you got to go support them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
It's exactly it. And
like,
we're all in it together, especially this music scene, because there's not really that many places to play anymore. So you guys got to have that camaraderie together as a music scene and support each other.
How many people you guys got in your band?
4.
4. And how many people do you suppose they got in their bands? 4 or 5.
But it's always the usual, like 4 or 5.
Right. So if
Sometimes
everybody
6,
stuck
9,
around and
sometimes.
supported each other, I mean, if we got 3, 4 people on a bill, that's 20 people at the bar. They're going to bring their girlfriends and their friends and their buddies, you know, whatever.
It's like a never-ending chain of just people. Yeah.
Exactly. And people want to go where there's other people. You don't want to go to an empty bar to see a show. So, like, if everybody stuck around to support each other, you got a packed bar, even if it is just the other bands hanging out in their support group.
And the bottom line, it's all about selling beer.
Right. And the bar owner is going to be like, oh, shit, at least they bring a group of people with them, so we will bring these guys back.
Mm-hmm.
Beer is always a good thing.
Yep. Right. And
it's always good for shows.
Exactly. They're going to keep bringing you back if you're bringing that cash register.
I think this band alone buys enough beer to keep the old Milwaukee company going.
Hear that, band, huh?
We are beer.
I used to be that band.
We're not in an alcoholic way. More like, hey, this is fun.
We're working on the alcoholic part. We got to get there.
Yeah, we're not there yet. Maybe eventually we will.
I think you're doing well.
Yay! Hear that, Mike?
You're doing well. But what else you got planned on the horizons? You got anything scheduled for like maybe the spring or summer or anything?
I think what I'm really looking forward to we actually have the studio booked in early March to record another single, which I have to say I'm going to sound very biased. It's my favorite song we've written or might ever write. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but the song is going to be released with a music video coming up, and people are really going to enjoy this. This song pretty much tells the complete story about our band. Like, it's the best representation of the band coming up, so I really can't wait to record it, to do the music video for it. So that's our big project right now. And then after that, we are going to be writing more for a full-length album. We got about 4 or 5 songs written for that already right now, which is beautiful because we just released an EP and we already have half an album written of completely new songs, not even counting the single.
Plus, you got a lot of songs in the bank. That's good.
And the best part is all of these songs are extremely different from one another. We have a song that sounds like Rage Against the Machine meets Beastie Boys, and then we have another one that sounds like, oh God, I don't even know how to describe it. It sounds like Bee Gees meets freaking
the Bee Gees.
I don't even know what, like.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Well, not vocally, but just
They
like the whole disco vibe,
yeah.
Very funky.
Really, it's got a little vibe to it. Love that shit.
Like, we're really trying to just do everything without trying to force it. That's a thing.
Makes you a better player too, man. You should experiment with all genres.
I feel like with the current writing session, we're getting a lot more like with the first EP, it was when we had all first just met each other, so we kind of, not intentionally, but we kind of like focused on like the common ground of music that we all listen to and kind of left out a lot of the extremities of like the stuff that I listen to or Sal listens to, but doesn't really like overlap. And now like a lot of that other stuff is kind of starting to
blend in,
creep its way into now that we're a lot more cohesive as a whole.
All of our influences
so
are
now.
Yeah, all of our influences are now shining through. But the beauty of this band is our influences don't overstep each other. Like, we're all very open to each other's influences, and we get inspired by that. Like, we work so well together. It's just like as soon as Mike comes up with a riff, like, no matter how different it sounds, no matter what genre it is, we all just jump right on it. We play to it until we just feel like we should diverge into something else, but before then we record what we got on our phone or something, and we just roll with it half the time. And then we, like I said, our second writing practice when we're at the apartment, we just pick apart. We're very like anal about it, just trying to make sure that, does this sound good here? Because you don't know how you sound until it's recorded.
Right.
Oftentimes you listen to the recording and you're like,
being in the studio humbles you.
We also have keys as a lot more prominent writing tool.
Oh, cool.
For the upcoming stuff.
No, Austin, he plays keys, right? Doesn't he? Yeah.
That talented bastard.
Yeah. No, it's good, man. It's good. I feel like, is this like his first band or something, Austin?
This is my first band.
It was your first band.
Yeah.
I knew it was somebody's first band. So it was your first band.
The funny thing is, before this band, Austin was a drummer. He played in Achievement Zero, and I know he played in a couple other bands as well, but when I first met him when this band was forming, he sent me a cover of a song that I was curious about him doing, and he just blew me away. I'm like, wait, you've never sang in a band before? He's like, oh, no, I just want to give it a shot. I'm like, give it a shot. This sounds like you've been doing this for years. Like, he just continues to blow my mind every time like he performs. He's like a natural at it, and he's so humble about it, which is great.
Speaking of making covers and covering other songs, Sal, you reached an interesting milestone recently, right, on YouTube?
Yeah. Strangely enough, I hit 1.5 million total views.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
dude, he's killing it over there.
I don't even know how it happened. I was just up like checking my statistics one day, be like, all right, what could I work on and improve? And then it's just, I got a notification. It's like, congratulations on this milestone. I'm like, all right, what the fuck is this?
Wait, were you the one that was crying about leaving Britney Spears alone?
Yeah. I mean, come on, that poor girl. Jesus Christ. Everybody's attacking her and shit. Yeah, she was bald for about a year or so. Jesus. We all go through that phase, don't we? Right, Mike? You know what's funny? Once I dyed my hair, everybody kept posting that picture on my statuses. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I do kind of look like him, don't I? I thought that was a chick for the longest time doing that.
I did too.
But then I saw on Tosh.0 that they did the whole web redemption thing. I was like, oh, well, I learned something today, guys. That was a good time.
So what were you on? What did you hit 1 million for?
It's 1.5 million total views on all my videos.
he kills
wow.
it. Like
That's awesome.
he covers other drummers and other bands, and he'll play it. And he's had these drummers actually reach out to him to be like, "Wow, you just killed my song." It's happened a few times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's quite humbling because I'm just mainly doing it. I see it as like a personal challenge for myself because I don't want to ever stay content with my playing. So I like to challenge myself and try to do as much as I could.
Yeah, a good way to be.
Like I'm not trying to get money or trying to get all these views. I just like to challenge myself and to play the songs I like to play and just put on YouTube. Be like, hey, if you guys like this, that's great. If not, well, tell me why you don't like it so I could work on it.
Who are some of the people you cover?
It's all over the place too, right?
Fuck you. I will never play Bleed by Meshuggah. That song is impossible. And but I've done covers by Rush, favorite band of all time right there. Coheed and Cambria, Metallica, like Fall Out Boy. I do stuff like Bruno Mars. I like doing a lot of pop stuff because it's fun playing rock and metal. Obviously, I'm always going to have a soft spot for that. But when you're playing like new pop tunes, you could do something completely different on the drums and really experiment and really get your chops going. So I've been doing a lot of that lately. Like I do Green Day, Ghost, like Fall Out Boy, Avenged Sevenfold, one of my favorite bands to cover, Dance Gavin Dance.
Who actually reached out to you though out of these bands?
Coheed and Cambria's drummer. It was about almost 6 years ago, like about half a year into doing covers. They released this like epic like 7-minute song, and that's when I really decided, you know what, I'm gonna see how fast I can learn this. And all day at work on my breaks, I just shut myself away and listened to as much as possible. And I covered it like the day after it came out, and then a couple days later I checked, and the drummer himself commented. He said, "Oh my God, you absolutely murdered it!" And I just had a heart attack. And
that's awesome.
And he was actually one of the people that I looked up to when I was first starting, and still as I play drums. So that was pretty humbling. The drummer. This drummer named Luke Holland, who's literally like one of the best. He is one of the best drummers of all time, I got to say right now. Like he's 24 years old and he's playing with people that have been doing it their whole lives.
So you think he's better than Lars Ulrich?
Not that good.
Again, with the Lars Ulrich this week. Man,
Lars Ulrich could play double bass faster than the speed of sound. What are you talking about? But no, like it's just really humbling. Like I never thought I'd ever get any of these responses in my whole life, and nor have I ever, expected it. Like I don't expect anything. I just, like to work hard and just better myself as a musician.
Keep your chops up, man. That's
Who's your greatest influence? Like
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart.
They just announced their retirement too recently.
I knew that was coming. Like I knew they were going to be done, touring live. Like playing live, but I thought they'd have another album in them. But once I heard that they're done for good, that kind of like pulled at my heartstrings a little bit, because this is the band that literally changed my life. Like I watched a live DVD of them back when I was 15, 16 years old, and I was like, okay, so now I know what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So that's what got you into it?
Oh yeah.
Was that one DVD?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, like we were just watching it, and I was just like, all right, I'm hooked. Like before then, I've never really heard drummers that were so experimental and who could complement a song, but at the same time just really do ridiculous things, like really experiment, and that just opened my mind in such a huge way. Mm-hmm. Neil Peart, John Bonham, obviously.
Yeah, man.
He just hits like a freaking Mack truck. Like I just love the groove that he's got.
I love the sound of his kit too.
And just know that just the quality of the 70s. That snare drum, the kick drum. God, it's like a freaking cannon. Yeah. Like I look up videos every day on how to tune a snare drum like that, and it's.
Well, it's the way they recorded it too.
Yeah, they had such unconventional methods. Like I read this one thing where he would put like the kit on top. Like they would record an old house. They would put the kit at the top of a stairs or something. Mm-hmm. Then have like one microphone at like the bottom and put like a bunch of reverb for the song When the Levee Breaks, like something like that.
Or they put it at the bottom of the staircase so it shot up.
Exactly.
They experimented so many different ways with it.
They were just so ahead of the time with their.
Totally.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Absolutely amazing.
Gives it that distinctive sound. Like that kick drum, that snare drum too, like you mentioned, is just, it's John Bonham. And that's why Led Zeppelin really didn't do anything after Bonham died, because how do you replace that?
How do you like even Jason Bonham, his son,
Right.
like he's a great drummer.
He's phenomenal.
Like he's a phenomenal drummer. But for me, what made these drummers so great back in the day is not about like how technical they were, but the sound. Like to me, the best accomplishment of being a drummer is not being able to play like the most fills, being able to be the most technical drummer, but being able to be recognized for your sound, and that's always my main goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw whatchamacallit, I'm trying to think of who I saw recently, but Vinny Appice, drummer for Black Sabbath and Rainbow.
Yeah.
Well, I think he played with Sabbath for a little bit.
There's him and his brother Carmine.
Yeah. I saw him live with this new band where they were playing like old like songs by Rainbow, and I was just blown away because like he's got such a distinct sound. Like he may not be the most technical player, but he hits, like he's got such a groove going, and that's what it's really all about.
Right on. How about you, Mike, growing up? Because you had music installed in your brain, knowing your dad. He had that metal in your ear since birth. You had heavy metal coming through your blood, pal. I know firsthand. So what was your influence growing up? What was that first time that you're like, that's what I want to do?
Growing up, like, it was weird. There were like two moments, I think. Because it was like, growing up, I was always into like Motley Crue and Kiss and shit like that because of my dad, like you said. And like, I've always wanted to play music like professionally. It's always kind of been my goal, but I don't think it really like fully hit until I found Devin Townsend. I bought his album Epic Cloud.
Skull it.
Yeah. I bought his album Epic Cloud like on a whim, just because like the album cover was cool. I couldn't find anything else, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's see if this is good." And like by like track 2, I was just like blown away. And then I started like listening to his other stuff and learning more about him, and that was kind of like the point where I went from like, I want to do this, but I'm not like really doing anything towards doing this, to where I was kind of like Sal was saying, like started to really push myself.
Remember back in the day when you used to buy albums because the album cover looked cool?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, oh man, this looks awesome. And you buy the CD and you're like, holy shit, these guys rock. Or you'd be like, man, these guys suck. But like, you don't get that anymore.
It's all
That's
digital.
one of my favorite
It's all
things.
digital, right? So
But it's hard to do now. Like
Yeah.
if you go to FYE, like the metal section's like smaller than this table. There's like 18 CDs.
Well, because
feel
it's
like it
everything's
gets
all
smaller,
broken
too.
up like hardcore, and there's this, and then it's like all kinds of different genres of metal, like screamo and all this weird shit. Now it's
Like post metal, hardcore, polka,
Post new metal, grindcore, porncore.
Yeah.
There's so many cores.
and like people get so uppity about it
Grindcore.
nowadays. It's like,
People get so angry.
it's like if
great.
you call it's like if you're listening to a quote unquote metalcore song and you call it straight metal, you will have a guy jump out of the fucking ceiling and be like, that's not metal, that's post-hardcore, experimental, industrial, grunge, post-pop. And I'm like, bro, it's fucking music. Calm down. It's all rock and metal. Put your fucking panties off or on or whatever, and just stop being a bitch.
right.
Yeah, to me, there's rock and heavy metal.
See,
that
that's
to
what
me-
it is.
And of course, there's those subgenres. There is subgenres.
There are some,
but some of these
But like, people
subgenres
like-
are where they
Like
come
all these
from.
elitists piss me off.
But there's
That
like,
is a pet peeve of mine.
There's punk rock, there's hard rock, there's classic rock, there's metal,
Right.
thrash metal. Pretty much it.
I mean, obviously, I'm not
anything
going to
that's
call
like
like
the
Green
chicken-
Day thrash metal or anything.
But they fit in the
but
punk
punk
rock.
rock.
Exactly, yeah, they're punk rock. But then you get that one person that's like, oh, they're not punk rock, they're post-pop punk rock or something.
Yeah.
Like they sub-genre that shit.
Ska, punk rock.
I feel like if it
Yeah.
goes beyond like 2 words, you've
Yeah.
gone too far.
Yeah.
As
Exactly.
far as describing
There you go.
the genre.
And
of
anything
something.
with screamo in it or emo.
Or core. Stop with the cores, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough with the cores. Hardcore, porncore, grindcore. Everything's a core. Stop.
think-
core.
And remember new metal? Like, where the
Hardcore.
fuck did they
That's
come up
it.
with new metal?
I don't know. They had nothing else to call it. They couldn't figure out what to call it back then.
Right.
So
I
they
feel
were
like
just
new
kinda-
metal is like a collection of bands that no one knew what to call, because like the
Right.
big like 3 that you always hear is like Slipknot, Korn, and Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
Like none of them sound even remotely like the other.
But
They
it was
really
all supposed to be
don't,
that.
But they're all like the new metal.
Because
Like,
Slipknot
heads.
is like blows the other two away in terms of being heavy. Like when Slipknot's first album came out, and then when Iowa came out, people's minds fucking exploded.
Well, Rage was considered a new metal band.
yeah,
Really?
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so is-
absolutely. But can you really consider Slipknot a new metal
I
band?
consider them
heard
heavy
them called
metal.
because they were-
heavy metal.
Yeah, they were definitely like a thrash.
I wouldn't even put them in the new metal category.
They're like experimental
more
heavy
had, like, the
metal. I
aesthetic.
believe.
I think kind of maybe got them.
See, to me,
there.
like new metal had the groove. It was groove oriented, but it had of
the
course
hip-hop
elements
influence.
of exactly hip hop influence.
Like you listen to Slipknot as a kid, you feel like you're gonna like break someone's face. I still listen to their new album now, still, and I'm ready to fucking
it's
windmill
my
kick
go-to
a child.
workout music, man.
I don't
still
like. Yeah, seriously, I'm running on a treadmill and somebody's trying to take it. I'm like, listen, I
think Corey Taylor's waving the flag for metal right now.
Totally.
Yeah. I love that, man.
Me too.
He is such an awesome guy.
We were actually just talking about him last night.
Hard-working son of a bitch, too, man.
I just got a shout-out
He
at our
really
boy
is.
Red and Longwood are checking in.
What up, fellas? Good to see you.
And Paris wants to know what time the couch auction is. I told him.
We got a white one coming in today.
I said after 5 o'clock we're going to do it.
Yeah, we got a white one. It's kind of white with a lot of creamy sauce on it. So
I hear creamy sauce, my
I
favorite.
know all these couch people are into DNA stains, so we got a lot of DNA stains for you people.
Maybe we might do one in the D-line today, too.
All right, cool.
They got to tune in for the D-line to get the auction.
That's at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, this took a turn.
Well, we got all these trolls that are looking for couches or something. I don't know what's happening, but sure, we're auctioning off the couches.
And Mr. Natarelli says you look good today.
Thanks, Mr. Natarelli.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Sometimes, I got the haircut today. I went to go see our boy.
Get the hair lowered. Yep.
Yeah, and got the hair lowered.
The hair lowered.
But anyways, we got new Radio Etiquette in the house with us. Tell everybody where they can find you online.
Pretty much every digital outlet you could imagine. You look up our name, New Radio Etiquette, on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. You could find us on like the PlayStation Store, the Xbox
I think we're
Store.
on Pandora. I think.
I believe so. Yeah. Go on YouTube. Type in New Radio Etiquette. You'll get our stuff popping up pretty much everywhere under the sun we're on.
I'm liking the fact that you guys are touching on different genres too in your music.
And I like that he's doing a Joe Sweet lookalike.
Oh
contest
my
here.
god!
Oh my! I was literally just thinking the same thing.
I think we should come.
That's my
but I was
cousin,
not
too.
gonna want to go there.
I think we should come Lil Sweet.
I was gonna.
Oh my god!
People
It's funny
have been
'cause
telling
he's
me that since I was like 6 years old. And I have yet to meet this
Wait,
guy.
you look like this at 6?
he's like,
What the fuck?
Dude, literally, my whole life, people have been calling me Joe Sweet, and I've never.
how
met
have I
him.
not?
You never
picked
met
this
him? I
up?
would love to.
You didn't pick
like-
it up. I was gonna say it.
That's my own family right there, and
In.
I did too. When I first walked in, I thought it was Joe at first. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
When you first walked in, I'm like,
How have I not picked
what?
up on
Joe's
this?
here, but he's taller than you are.
He is quite tall, Joe Sweet.
Yeah, that I was gonna pick up on that too.
Should come with
Like,
Lil
oh, there's
Sweet.
Joey, man.
How have I not made
We
this
gotta get
connection?
you guys together now.
Oh my god. It's like
Joe has a couple twins out there, which means you have a couple twins out there too. There's another one out
Is that
there
a good
too.
or a bad thing?
And however you want to look at it, man.
you might
You got a
you might
girlfriend?
get deflections, man. I don't know.
I was gonna say you got a girlfriend.
No.
All
Just
right.
walk around and be like, have you heard my band, 9 Ball?
Yeah, right. Oh my god!
I
That's
feel
so
like
funny.
now we have to make this new Radio Etiquette and 9-ball double bill happen.
Oh yeah.
we
You
gotta
know?
now.
We have to.
It's
make
gotta
this
be a
happen.
thing.
Yeah,
It's just gotta.
it's gotta.
Dude, yeah. They're putting you guys next to each other, it's uncanny.
And you should play 9-ball, and Joe should play with us. And nobody would do that.
You guys could play on April Fools.
Oh my
That would be
god.
awesome.
Switch.
I want to be like someone.
You guys could switch up. That would be hilarious, man.
You could just turn to him and be like, I want to be just like you.
I think Joe Sweet should start a band where everybody in the band looks like him. You know?
The Sweet Brothers.
How about that? That would be interesting. We could get somebody. We could get that other guy
Sugary
that looks
Sweet.
like him on there.
That would be sweet.
The whole band would be. It would be called the Joe Sweets.
I see what you did there. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
The Joe Sweets.
That is awesome.
That would be a great band. Hilarious. We got to make that double bill happen. I think.
Somebody,
that would be great,
Jeremy
man.
just said, because I totally thought that kid was Joe.
See, it's getting it out.
Plot twist it is.
I've been
Gotcha.
lying this whole
Actually, a
time.
couple people checked in. Rosalind checked in too.
There. Yeah, she was thinking that's Joe.
Yep.
It's like, hi, Joe. Look, everybody, Joe Sweet's on.
From 315 Crypto.
Hilarious.
so funny.
We do got to mention we got the boys from today. Chicken, I brought in the masks. You see that?
No.
We're going in today.
I was
Anyways,
curious what those are here for.
Well, the Royal
Oh, I
Rumbles this
see.
weekend. And the boys from Fight for Rome are coming in, and Rated R, my boy from Rated R. My boy Rated R, I should say, will be here in a little bit. We're gonna nerd out because that's what we do when we get together. We nerd out.
Now, he's the one who got on the Flesroy Leak song.
You pronounce that?
Did,
properly,
right?
kind of. I don't know.
I think I did.
I think we played with them once.
He was in that song that got booted, right?
Yeah, they
Yes.
had.
Yep.
I think they were headlined the animal benefit.
Was it that one?
Yep.
Yeah, they're the weird guys that staple each other.
I was there when it happened.
Yeah.
I saw him staple a. I don't know how much money it was. That's irrelevant.
They do it all the time. They do it daily. They do it just on a Saturday.
They
for the
staple
hell
their
of it.
nut sacks, dude.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty.
sounds
It's
like
pretty
an
cool.
awful
Yeah.
experience.
we got to step that up. Except do it all to Dylan because. Oh, for everybody listening out there, Dylan is effectively our fifth member of the band or sixth member.
Yeah, 6. 'Cause
He's not in the band, but he's very
For
much
anyone-
a part of it for some reason.
for anyone that has a physical copy, he's the one on the CD, like the disc,
Is that-
with
is that
the hot
the-
dog.
Oh, he's the dog.
What's he doing with the hot dog?
You have to find out.
Oh, no. I don't know if I want to know.
You mean the dog itself? Because I got the.
No, the
Oh,
dog.
no. It's
no,
on-
that's
on the actual
Griswold. The dog
disc.
itself's name is Griswold. He's the seventh member of the band.
Okay. That's
He's our manager.
Oh, he's your manager. Oh,
Yeah.
back here.
Nah.
No, if you open it up on the CD itself,
Oh,
is Dylan.
gotcha.
But if you open it, you lose the value.
yeah, that's gonna be worth like 5 cents one day.
This is awesome, man. I'm interested. I can't wait to check it out. I'm gonna pop it in. I still actually have a CD player, believe it or not.
In my truck,
What's that?
in my Jeep, I have a CD player and a tape player. Yeah, I'm right up there in technology.
My last car had just a tape player.
Really?
That makes it
Really?
funny better.
That's awesome.
Just the tape player.
Just a tape player.
Man, you can't beat how the way a tape sounded though. You got all the warmth of the, sounded like
Records. I
freaking
think
pots and pans falling down.
records
in
got the
back.
best sound.
No,
You know, it just sounds. So
I don't think
warm.
I've ever listened. I own like 15 of them, but I don't think I've ever listened to a vinyl yet.
I hated listening to records. You just hear
the warm sound. It just made me feel so comfortable.
like everything just sounded more human.
More
like everything
natural.
is too
Right,
processed
exactly,
nowadays.
man,
Like
exactly.
If you
Like
move too much and it skipped, I don't know. I was never a big fan of them. And it's hard to bring in your car. With
I know. Your mother's setting the table and like puts a plate down too hard, the record fucking jumps out of the
Right.
player.
As a fat guy, you walk around the room and it just skips. You know?
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Yeah, Dad's walking around trying to find his keys. Where the hell are my friggin' keys? That frickin' record not going to play for the next 2 days.
Right on. And then also later on today we got this, and then tomorrow chicken.
Yes.
We're having a big party tomorrow.
You chicken.
Yeah, what for?
Well, we're having an
heard
on-air 1-year anniversary party tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, on 1 year on air, and then we're gonna celebrate that. That's gonna carry over tomorrow into Saturday into Cavallo's.
Oh.
We're gonna party at Cavallo's with some people, with all our friends that helped made the D get launched and kept us afloat through the year. So here we are. But tomorrow we're having an on-air party. I got the band Mutt Farm. They're gonna come in and perform.
I love
We've
that
got-
name.
Yeah, they're great bunch of guys, man. They're from like the backwoods of like Verona or some shit.
Nice. That's where all the good bands come from, all the backwood areas.
Well, we got
Yeah,
food.
great name for a strip club, too.
Right. Mutt Farm. We got food coming in from our friends from Oh Babies. Our good
Yes.
friend Laura. They just actually won an award. They won the Wing. Was it the Wing Wars?
I
Is
saw
what it
that.
was?
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
She's going to come in and talk about that. Danny Taylor from the Palace Theater going to be in town, and our boy from Ithaca Brewing Company, Dylan's going to come back because he had so much
Oh,
fun
yeah.
last week that he had to
Dylan.
come back in. We got
Flower power.
Dylan's gonna
and
be
then
here?
also we're doing half price
I don't know about
tickets tomorrow. We're doing half price tickets to our anniversary party. So you come on down to the studio, 641 James Street. We'll give you half price tickets. Everybody's gonna be here tomorrow. We got
gonna be a
a
blast.
rager. East One's gonna be in the house because I told him he
We
needs
got the
to
room now.
maintain order.
We got the room now.
We have the room now. So yeah, East One will be in here maintaining order because there's gonna be people in and out buying tickets and stuff. So if you want to take advantage of half price tickets to our anniversary party, come on down tomorrow between the hours of 3 and 6 o'clock during the show. We're
I'm sure-
only doing it those hours.
I'm sure Dylan will probably be bringing beer, I'm guessing, right?
I could probably
Yeah,
guarantee
it sounds like our Dylan.
I could probably guarantee it,
I
man.
think we might have the same Dylan.
You do understand?
Our Dylan sounds very much like this Dylan.
Ours lives in Albany, though.
and he works for
different Dylan.
Ithaca Brewing.
Yeah,
He
different
works for a
Dylan.
brewing company, but that's all going
our
down
Dylan's
tomorrow,
not that
man.
cool.
We got a wild one
That's
tomorrow, man. I'm looking forward
Oh,
to
yeah.
doing it tomorrow and
Yeah.
We got a wild
Dream
couple
Dylan.
of 2 days
Albany
in a row.
Dylan.
and rolling it out tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. So
Because Saturday's
looking
going to
forward
be
And then
off,
Saturday
dog.
we roll the party over at Joe Driscoll at Ease Beats and Biz. We're going to have food. Everything's happening over at Cavallo's. And that's going to be a great time, man. Looking forward to it. There's drink specials. Ease Beats and Biz is going to be there. Joe Driscoll. The party starts at 7 o'clock, so come hang out. Hang out with the whole D crew, man.
Hang out with the D.
Yeah, we're all gonna put.
We're
gonna tie our D's together.
Hang out with your D
nice.
out.
That's what we do at band practice. Actually,
you tie your D's together.
That's how we get started. That's how we warm up.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat.
Little tug of war before you start playing.
It's like, all right, guys, let's bring it in now. Bring them in, boys. It's a good time.
A little tug of war, right?
Oh yeah, it's really neat.
You know what would be a good name for a punk band? Not Dick.
Not Dick.
Not Dick. Like you tie or Dick Knot. How about Dick Knot?
Song title. Dick Knot.
There's Dick Snot.
Dick Snot.
Fudge Tunnel.
You know what happens a lot on this show is we figure out band names. Is every day there's like a new band name that comes out.
What was it when Josh was on? I said Spermicide Mustache.
Half of these sound like our song titles.
Yeah.
That's pretty much our song title writing process. Like our song titles are fucked. But
What
we
are some
love it.
of our new titles that are good?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We have Satanic Circle Pit Groove Machine, Lord Bear Me Strength, Brain Trauma Nirvana.
The one that we're recording soon is called This One's for Dylan.
It's a song about Dylan, which is also a song about jerking off.
Ah.
It's a song about Dylan jerking off.
Obviously, we don't quite say it in the song, but it's implied very much so.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything will come clear once the song and video comes out.
Unintended.
Oh, there's a video too. Oh, nice.
Well, we're planning on it. Obviously, it's not going to be anything crazy or X-rated or nothing. It's
more of a
be,
hands-on type of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much our hands on Dylan. On Dylan.
Have you?
Well, it's Dylan. Dylan's hands on.
Dylan's hands on Dylan.
Have you gotten a pre-production for this video at all?
Well, right now we're just
using a GoPro.
We did that for our last video, actually.
Yeah, we filmed our last video with mostly GoPros.
Yeah, our last video
and
we
one
just
actual camera.
Our last video was a rootin' tootin' good time. Oh man.
I don't know how we didn't get
this
kicked
video.
out of
We
our
definitely want
apartment.
to up the quality of it. Right now we're just kind of like still planning it out. We almost got it written. It's just a matter of figuring out how the hell are we going to pull this off, because this is going to be it's going to be a doozy.
Nice.
We
like doozies.
It's all I know is I hope there's a bar that will put up with the shenanigans that are going to ensue.
Yeah, it's kind of the biggest issue so far, is to find a place that will be willing to let us do it.
It's like
Nice.
So which one of you guys are interested in us trashing your bar? Actually, no, it won't be too trashed.
It's almost better off nowadays because there's not really many local venues to play in the Utica area that to make Utica home base and try to branch out and play like Rochester, Syracuse, Buffalo type of thing. You know, because there's a great music scene in those cities.
Yeah, they just skipped us for some reason.
Well, there was a great music scene. It's just no venues. It's a risk.
That's the thing. We got so many great bands, and the venues are just like fucking shit.
Well, it's because everyone.
I mean, we got great venues, the ones that we do have, but we just need more of them.
I blame the iPhone.
God damn.
Everybody's sitting on their iPhones. They'll be like, "Oh, just check you out another time." That's all.
So you see that thing with Jack White? He said he's banning all of his concert goers now from bringing in phones.
I
support that so much.
That's a thing now.
I'm half and half on that.
When I saw Perfect Circle recently in Syracuse, same thing. Back in November, you cannot pull out your cell phone at all. I went to go text my girlfriend back, and the security guard came over. Put that away.
Yeah,
really?
See,
that was bad.
And
wow.
I also, like we discussed this the other day.
We did.
But I also think like part of like, when you see people's like videos from a show, right? And people are like, oh my God, I wanted to go to that show, and like you see the cool shit from a show, and like that's almost like advertising for that show. You know what I mean? So like,
it's when it's like one or two people, it's one thing. But like I've gone to concerts where like if you're not in the front row, you can't see because the entire audience is just like
right. There's got to be a happy medium.
It's so annoying.
These people that
my
sit there
God.
and record the entire show, it's fucking god awful annoying.
Like I can see like clips here and there, just like, oh yeah, this is great footage, but like the whole freaking show, I'm like, come on, how are you even enjoing it?
But like I'm a huge Bob Seger fan. I went to Bob Seger with my mom over the summer. It was September, but he's 70 something years old. How often am I going to see Bob Seger? You know what I mean? And he could die tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get a couple good pictures of him. You know what I mean? So I took a couple pictures and a few videos, and that's it. I put my phone away, and that's all I needed.
Yeah, I'll do that sometimes, but like there's literally people that like that's the show they see.
I just don't get it. Like you come to a concert, you spend all that money. Why do you want to watch it through your phone?
Yeah.
But then afterwards, they're like, oh, I wish I spent less time on my phone. I'm like, well, you could have done that in the first place, you ding dong.
Right. Oh, this is for my memories. Well, why don't you live it?
It's like
you put it in your brain.
It's a way better memory if you actually
exactly if you actually remember seeing everything that's happened instead of looking at it through the lens of your phone. Like,
but I understand that you you paid that money, you spend all that money to see that band that you love. You know what I mean? And you want to cherish that memory, and you just kind of want to go back and be like, say, oh yeah, I got a picture of Seeger, I got a picture of Roger Waters, I got a picture of Guns N' Roses. Like these are the people I get to see, and then like years down the road, I'm like, oh man, I got to see these guys. This is really cool. I didn't spend a whole time watching it, but I got a couple good pictures, and I want to be able to go back and be like, cherish those memories. Though that's history to me. Like when you go to a concert, just like a sporting event, I don't give a fuck what sporting event it is. At any given time, it could be history.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like when I seen Guns N' Roses at MetLife Stadium 2 years, not this past summer, the summer before, it was Slash's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, and he came out and he played Sweet Child of Mine. He came out with a guitar solo, and it was epic. I mean, it was fucking amazing.
I would have shit my pants.
Right? So like,
fucking Slash.
To me, that was awesome. That brought me back to 15-year-old myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, I want to capture that, a little bit of that, and bring it back with me. So like to tell people like your fans that you can't take a little bit of that and bring it home with you, they kind of...
Well, you got to remember, back in the day, videotaping was never allowed. Even before cell phones and stuff. There was always on your ticket stub, no camera, no, you can't record this, it's prohibited, blah, blah, blah. It was always on the back of your ticket stub, and it still should be the same way. You got to respect the artist's wishes. You really do. I know you're a fan and you're like, whatever, that kind of sucks.
But if you're an artist, and in this day and age where you're not really selling music anymore because everyone's getting it for free, you know what I mean?
Right, and that's how they make their money off touring.
It's all their ticket sales,
and
merch.
They don't make it off album sales anymore.
Right, so now you're pissing off your fans and saying, we're going to take your phone or you're going to kick you out.
Perfect Circle wasn't pissing off at it. They were sold out every damn night, and there was no one out there using their cell phone. I think this whole cell phone thing has gotten people spoiled, because they should leave them in a bucket on the side when you go into the thing.
Why, you would leave your phone?
Check it in.
Would you leave your phone?
You check it. I'll leave it in the car.
I ain't leaving my phone with
If
nobody.
I was told to leave it in the car, I'd leave it in the car.
I know, go back to the car, freaking windows smash, phone's gone.
Right.
Whoopsie daisy.
But, you got to respect
people got kids at home. They got to, check on the kids. They
I've
got
seen
babysitters.
some, comedy clubs that have,
what did we do before cell phones?
You put your phone in that, locks.
It's a different world.
And, you can't, you'll have it with you, but you can't, use it until you leave.
Damn.
Especially, I can see it in that world more because, if you record that,
it's more of an intimate,
ruin, their whole
and you can disrupt the entire show.
Yeah.
And look what Derek Jeter does. If he has a house party or something, he makes everybody leave their cell phone at the door. You can't come in.
That's pretty cool. That way, everybody could actually interact with each other and.
Right, and plus not incriminate some of these people that are doing some probably random shit.
Got people doing friggin' acid in the back room with a giraffe or something, some crazy shit.
Or there's other celebrities that if you record anything, they make you sign a consent form coming into a party.
You should have told somebody on the Giants that a couple years ago before they took those pictures on the boat.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Wasn't that a week before the Super Bowl or something?
Yeah, and then the
playoffs.
And they took all those pictures. It's you dumbass, why are you taking these pictures?
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, see, we're spoiled by all this technology. We
I
really
know.
are.
Remember back then you had to go to the library to find a basic fact, but now you could just.
Books?
What's a book? I can't read. Shit. I'm a drummer. Jesus.
You got a good drummer joke for us?
What did the drummer get on his IQ test?
What?
Drool.
It's weird. I got the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, that one never gets old.
That one never gets old.
You gotta laugh at yourself. You just gotta.
Yeah. How do you get a drummer off your front porch?
What's that?
Pay him for the pizza.
Oh.
Pizza sounds good right now.
How do you know a drummer's knocking at your door?
What's that?
The knock speeds up. What do you call a drummer in between girlfriends?
What?
Homeless.
That's the best one yet right there. Oh my god.
There's so many.
I love it. I embrace the stereotype. I freaking love it.
Yeah, I love a good drummer joke. I like a good musician joke.
You gotta laugh.
Absolutely,
laugh at yourself.
man.
People that take themselves too seriously.
We're pretty okay at laughing at ourselves.
We laugh at ourselves all the time.
It's important,
It's
man.
almost
If you
totally
can't make fun
what
of
we do.
yourselves, man, then
Then what can you laugh at? Like,
life
right?
must suck.
Exactly. You got to see the humor in everything.
Exactly.
The beauty in life is finding the humor in everything and surviving it.
Yeah.
That's there's actually a quote similar to that by Bill Cosby, which he's not doing too well right now. Anyways, but sucks. I used to like that guy.
Put and pop.
Well,
Put
my
and
son
pop.
Theo came and brought the
I was
pops
never-
to Trudy.
I was never a Cosby fan.
Yeah,
The fuck?
I don't know.
You watched the Cosby Show a little bit when you were a
Little
kid.
Fat Albert, maybe.
Did you watch Cosby Show at all when you were a
Yeah,
kid?
I was grounded most of the time. It was
I love the Cosby Show.
I feel like it was always on as a kid.
I was always grounded the whole time it was on. Seriously.
Cosby Show would be that like you fall asleep with the TV on and you wake up at 3 in the morning and you just wake up to the Cosby
Cosby
theme
Show,
and Bill
on
Cosby's
Nick at
just
Night.
staring at you in the face. You're like, oh fuck, I'm going back to bed. You get that, or you get reruns of the George Lopez show playing.
Oh, that show's the worst.
Remember when the Fresh Prince used to be on all night?
You know what's funny?
It
I used to
still
think
is.
that show was
Is it?
hilarious, but then like growing up, like now watching, I'm like, this is not that good.
What show?
George Lopez show. Like there were there were
always
some
hated that
episodes that
show.
are wicked funny. Like it's not too bad, but then you watch it sometimes and just like, this is really cringy.
Right on, man.
Like how did these shows even get made?
I was a Night Court guy.
Oh, I like Night Court. It's still on too, like
Is
Me
it really?
TV and all that.
You know what I've been watching lately
What's
that
that?
me and my girlfriend just finally got into? Cheers.
Cheers? Oh, man. Cheers
One of my
is
all-time
great.
favorite shows.
Well, you know, like
Sam Malone?
we watched like the first 6 seasons within like the first 2 weeks, and the only thing that came to my mind was Norman Cliff had to have banged at least once. Yeah, come here, Nami. Hey, let me get you another beer. Come across the bar there. I got a little present for you, Nam.
So, how old are you?
26.
26, and you've never seen Cheers before.
Well, I've always like watched a few episodes of my grandfather back in the day, but I was like 5 years old and never knew what the hell was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But like out of nowhere, I'm like, you know what? I want to actually watch a show and digest it, and I'm just like, why can't TV be this good? Again?
Cheers was actually canceled its first year.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like canceled, but they were thinking about it because the ratings were so low. But then they were like, you know, let's give this another shot. And then like seasons 2 and 3 just were like really brought up the game, and now it's like widely considered like one of the best shows ever.
That goes to show you it still holds up. Here's a 26-year-old kid never watched it growing up. We watched it growing up. I watched it religiously.
Oh, I did all the
growing up,
time.
and
Like
it
it-
still holds up. And that's
Like
awesome.
I'm like, why can't TV still be this good?
Yeah.
You're like, holy
Right.
crap, there's Woody Harrelson. That's how he got his start.
Oh my
man.
god, when he popped up in season 4, I'm just like, whoa, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It's
Ted
so weird.
Danson.
Ted Danson,
Shelley Long,
Shelley Long.
Kirstie Alley, or whatever the hell her name
Yeah.
is.
and
George Wendt,
and
then-
Kelsey Grammer.
and I
I
like.
love Kelsey Grammer so much, mainly because my girlfriend's a huge Simpsons
I
fan.
like Lilith.
Lilith is badass, but my girlfriend's a huge Simpsons fan, and her favorite character is Sideshow Bob.
Oh.
And like every time like I watch Frasier, or not Frasier, Cheers now, I'm just like, it's Sideshow Bob.
Well, and it's funny you said Frasier though, like because like Frasier ran for a long time, and that was
Yeah,
a
that's a
spin-off of
successful
Cheers.
spin-off. I can't wait to get into
Yeah.
that.
He won
That's
a
what
bunch of Emmys.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
both
doing
did.
after I finish Cheers. I'm gonna check that out because
Frasier.
Kelsey Grammer's a man. I want him to narrate my life.
Frasier's funny. You know, he has a house close to us too.
Are you serious?
He has a house close to Oneana.
Have you ever watched Married with Children?
I think I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes,
my
but
God.
nothing really appealed to me.
Married with Children is epic. You can never get away with what they got on Married with Children today.
You can't get away with half the shit that like he did back then. Nowadays, everything is too.
Married with
Everybody
Children.
lost their balls nowadays.
Yeah,
I feel
Married
like.
with
Unless
Children
it's
and
on Netflix.
All in the Family.
That is true.
Archie
I love,
Bunker.
I loved All in the Family.
Archie Bunker.
But
still.
watching that show now, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
how how did
you
they get away with
meathead.
this?
Yeah.
I'm like Jesus, the Jeffersons. That was a good show.
Jefferson's a great
I
show.
love the Jeffersons.
All in the Family.
Jefferson's,
Good-
I think, was a
Oh,
spin-off
that was
of
Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker.
Good times.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Good-
in
Good
fact,
Times is
he
funny as
brought
hell.
in. He was the neighbor next
Neighbor,
door
yeah.
because Archie Bunker was a bigot,
Yep.
and so it was kind of like it
I know,
led
he
to
was
a
a
thing.
freaking
It started.
nutcase.
It's getting shady in this motherfucker now, man. We got the boys from Fight for Rome. We got a lot of local music happening today.
Yeah.
Radar coming with you guys too, right? Yeah, nice, good. We got a lot of local music happening today on the EC Radio. I'm digging it, man. Right now we got new Radio Etiquette. One more time, plug that show you guys are playing in February.
February 26th, Spark Art Space. We're playing with Ian Brown and Awaken I Am. It's an all-ages show. I believe $10 is the admission, so come on out, have a great time.
If anyone, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was going to take
If anyone wants physical copies of our CD, you can get them at Music and More near Big Apple
or
from any of us.
And if you don't have a CD player because times is tough, you can find our EP called A Joke Only You Can Laugh At on any digital outlet, including to, but not limited to. I totally worded that fucking wrong. But you could get that on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, PlayStation 4, Xbox.
Download it free on Bandcamp.
You could you type it somewhere, it'll pop up. I hope so.
Right on, man. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the
CD.
Yeah,
thanks for having us. We hope you enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. I know I will. I know. I love what you guys are doing.
Put a lot of sweat into that.
I said the last time you guys were in, when you guys played Animal Jam, was you guys were the big surprise of that weekend. Like, wow. Because there's always that one band, Masucci Books, that it's like, wow, where did you find those guys?
I know. Masucci always finds some good bands.
He does. He's got a great ear for music. He does.
Oh, man. I love being a part of anything he has to offer when I can.
Masucci's the man, for sure.
If you guys aren't doing anything, pop in tomorrow. Like I said, we're having
we got our big old party, man. 1 year anniversary.
And Saturday as well. We're going to be at Cavallo's for our 1 year anniversary party.
I just thought of it. Let's put a wig on Garrett from Fight for Rome, and he could be in the All Joe Sweet band, too. Give him a wig. He could be in the All Joe. So now
this is already a three-piece.
We got 3 members right now. Now we got to find a drummer. We need to find a drummer that looks like Joe Sweet. I'm sure there's one out there.
Oh, we got, yeah.
The All Joe Sweet.
There's got to be a drummer Joe Sweet somewhere.
The All Joe Sweet band. I think it would be hilarious.
The Sweets.
The Sweet Joe Sweets.
Sweet Low.
I think that's what you should call it. The Sweet Joe Sweets.
God. I can't believe I didn't put that.
How could you not? Look at him.
I know. And Joe Sweet's my cousin, too. Like, I'm just like,
too.
Yeah.
Dude, it's uncanny, man.
Oh, it's
like,
hilarious.
what the hell?
It is.
Right down to the ears, the hair, the hat.
I think he's got the septum, too.
Bro, well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a septum.
He doesn't? I thought he did.
No, but you do look like a 22-year-old Joe Sweet.
I have to meet him eventually.
You will. We're going to make that new Radio Etiquette and 9-ball double bill happen. We got to make that happen really, really soon.
New radio ball. 9 radio etiquette.
9 radio etiquette. Yeah, that would be the name
etiquette.
of the tour.
Hey,
new ball etiquette.
Masucci just checked in.
Masucci!
Just gave a little smiley face.
Yeah.
I like his smiley
Mason
faces.
Jar. That's the man. I
William
wonder if he's going to be
Perkins is
doing
watching.
an Animal Jam again. Probably.
Well, he's
I
going to
hope
probably
so.
say he's not, but then he will.
Right.
I look forward to that every year. I love it so much.
Yeah, he does.
It's such a good time.
He does. He's been doing it for 10. That was the 10th year.
And all that money we raised this year, holy cow.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
phenomenal.
Definitely great.
I think if you just put like a whole bunch of chicken nuggets in front of him, he can't say no.
Tomorrow we got old babies coming in. We got a challenge.
Oh
yeah,
because what was it, the Goliath or whatever? I told Masucci about it. It's like
a challenge.
It's a
yes.
It's like a 4x4 sandwich, and it stands about a foot high, and you got to eat it within under an hour, right?
Yeah,
it's huge,
gigantic.
It's huge. So
it comes with like fries and a whole bunch of shit.
Well, she's coming in tomorrow. We'll talk to her about that.
I do eating contests all the time.
You do?
The sandwich sounds
I've done
delicious,
a few of them.
But
really?
It's huge.
Yeah, I did this because Bill Vinci, he does the Empire Plate.
Yeah,
I actually today just signed up for another challenge on this place in Sylvan Beach, April 28th, I believe. It's this hot wing challenge. But I've done a few of his challenges. I forgot the place exactly, but I have to keep you updated on that. But yeah, I did this one hot wing challenge at Knuckleheads out in Westmoreland a couple years ago. Died in the process. Came back to life the day after.
Yeah, see, I don't fuck with those hot wings. Like, I love hot sauce. I love hot food.
See, I love hot stuff too, and then I think I love hot
goes
stuff.
too far sometimes.
Yeah.
Until I get like one bite into the challenge, I'm like, what have I done? But I can't stop. Like, I got to keep going.
I don't fuck with those ghost peppers or those.
I did something like that. Tony's Pizza in Washington Mills. They used to have this ghost pepper challenge, and if you could eat 10 ghost pepper wings, you get your name on the. You get a picture on the wall, and then you get like a free shirt and a meal for free. And then I tried this challenge, like my friends were doing it, and I'm like, oh, how bad can it be? I mean, even though none of them won, but I had half a wing, and I never felt so much pain in my life.
They call it the ghost pepper because your asshole feels like it died.
And that's putting it lightly. I was in the bathroom like all night just praying to every god that exists. Just like, but it sucks because the sauce tastes so good, but man, is it hot.
Yeah.
I've never felt so much pain in my life.
And it sticks to you,
God,
too.
it was awesome.
We'll have to put you in one of these challenges. Maybe you and Masucci could go head to head. How about that? That'd be cool.
No, you know what? We got to do our 12 taco challenge from Taco Bell.
Oof.
Whoever could eat a box of 12 tacos first.
That's got
wins.
diarrhea
I'm ready.
written all over it.
My body doesn't even, it loves it.
Right.
Yeah, but
on.
those 12,
Taco Bell's a health nuts vegetable, so
12 tacos from Taco Bell, though, that's not that hard.
Right,
I
that
could,
didn't even
I could
come out
probably
right.
do that. They're small,
For
That's
me,
what
I
she
eat them
said.
right on the toilet, kill two birds with one stone. That's the way I do it. But hey, guys,
Yeah,
new
that's my
Radio
diet.
Etiquette. Good luck with the album. Good luck
Thank you
with the
so
show on the
much.
24th in February.
26.
26, I'm sorry, 26.
No problem.
And good luck with everything. And stop by when you got more shows. And please, let us help you promote your shows out there. We
Yeah,
want to get the
definitely.
word out there, man. So
Thank
do
you
you
so
give us
much.
permission to play your music? We're going to do this over the video.
Yeah,
All right,
do it up.
Because we got this whole new web streaming thing going on, and they've been sticklers about it. So we got to get permission from our artists and whatnot.
Yeah,
so.
no, do whatever you want with that album.
Right
If I
on.
use it for a Frisbee, go for it.
Awesome. We got-
and while we got Joe Sweet on, can we play anything by 9 Ball?
I don't feel comfortable answering that.
We're going to nerd out with Fight from Rome in a little bit. You hang. It's EC Radio.
You know what the hell you're listening to?
Awesome.
It's EC Radio.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? Thirsty Thursday at the D. Don't forget our big anniversary party happening this weekend. It starts tomorrow. Tomorrow it starts right here in studio. We're going to be here hanging out. I got a whole bunch of friends coming down, hanging out. The band Mutt Farm's going to be in the house. My boy Danny Taylor from Albany at the Palace Theater is going to be in the house. We've got so many different cast of characters coming through tomorrow. Also got to mention, Oh Babies is going to be our food sponsor for tomorrow. They got a banging sandwiches, banging sandwiches over there.
Great food.
So we're going to talk to Laura from Oh Babies and our good friend Matt Coombs, who also works at Oh Babies. They're going to be in the house tomorrow delivering some food and just a bunch of nonsense. Also got to mention that we're doing half-price tickets to our anniversary party, which is Saturday at Cavallo's. Music by Joe Driscoll, Ease Beats and Biz. 2 for 1 on drinks. There's food. It's going to be a great time. We got the whole D crew coming out. We've got a lot of activities happening. And so come on out, Cavallo's, Saturday night for the D 1-year anniversary party. We did it, chicken. We made it a year, pal.
1 year, baby.
We did it. We did it. So.
And now we're getting reborn again.
Reborn again. We're reborn again. So now is the time of the show where we get to nerd out. This is it.
Let's do it.
Well, you get the nerd out.
I get the
nerd out at 6.
Right, exactly. Well, I have my boys from Fight for Rome in the house.
Hello.
Hello.
And also, we got to mention my man, Rated R.
Oh, yeah.
Rated R, baby.
Let's talk music really quick before we nerd out. Let's talk music really quick because Rated R, we just heard a song from you and Fleshroy Leak. How the fuck you say their goddamn name out there?
Fleshroy Leak.
Thank
Fleshroy
you.
Leak. Kill yourself backwards.
Yes. We heard a track recently and it got pulled from CD Baby.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's
I want to
rehash
say
this a
I
little
think
bit.
it's called I Beat Women, and
Jesus
it's not that
Christ.
it's not that we beat women. It's a concept of it. We're basically, it's from somebody's point of view that does beat women, and we're basically letting you know why they're pieces of shit.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I got you.
But people are taking it in a literal sense. So, and I like that about it because I like pissing people off, even if it's unintentional. And it's like. When it gets banned from something, some people look at that as a bad thing. I think it's great. We had a few hundred people locally talking about it.
Yes,
those are my homeboys that I do music with locally, and it was funny. You know what I mean? It's a good song though. If you like lyricism and something that's what do you want to call it? I don't shock value, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Touches a nerve.
It's an awesome
if people
song.
just
so,
can't take, they don't
you
understand the artistic point of view of.
It's on Bandcamp. I think it's on Bandcamp or like.
We played it when they were here last week.
And
I'm gonna be honest, I have so much music out, I forget where it's at. But
and if you actually listen to the song, it tells it from the first person point of view.
Yeah.
So like,
yes,
you kind of understand. If you actually listen to it, you understand it's not actually promoting violence.
No,
it's actually showing like what an asshole this guy is.
How's the chorus go? I don't even remember, but beat her down so he makes you feel bigger or whatever. And
Yeah.
That originally I don't know why that was switched because I had no say in it, but originally Damon, formerly of After Earth, was on the hook, and I have that version, which hopefully I could release. Yeah, I want to say Dr. X is on the hook this time.
Right on. Yeah, we had those guys in last week who kind of bitched about the whole CD Baby thing, and it's not right because there's other artists on their distribution network that are doing way worse than content than what they're delivering.
What can you do? I mean, it's a blessing just to get digital distribution, being an unsigned artist for such a low, affordable price.
Yeah,
you could go to CD Baby, you go to DistroKid, you go to TuneCore, any one of the 3 or 4 that's out there, and for if you're on a budget, you could get your CD or your album put out worldwide streaming. So
yeah. Right on, brother. Right. What about Fight for Rome? Real quick, talk about music before we nerd out on wrestling.
Well, we actually
What's
got
up
our
with music
first show in like a year coming up.
Oh, good.
So
where at?
We're gonna be. Stu, what's all the info on that?
It's February 10th. It's at Maggie's on the Water in. Sorry, it's really hard to talk with this Rey Mysterio mask on. Yeah. Even harder to drink beer. It's the anti-hate and violence show. It's at Maggie's on the Water, which is in Watertown. There's 2 stages. We might actually get bumped up to the first stage, apparently, because Scott and Josh and Larry are very good spokespeople, and they went to the big band meeting that they had, and impressed. But yeah, it's $10 to get in, I believe.
Yeah, it's 12 hours of music.
Yeah, it's from 12 to 12, and there will be a good time, and I'm just happy to actually finally be on stage with you guys again.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Well, you guys are writing regularly though, right? Don't you guys practice often?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a couple new songs.
The whole first 6 months of last year, it's just Larry had like injury after injury after injury, and it was just like me and Scott were just like, fuck it, we're not making shows. We're not doing anything. Let's take this time, realign our schedule, make the finish out making like a new album. So we have like 11 new songs for a new album.
Oh, nice.
Wow, good.
So that
Larry had a hole in his butt.
Yeah, Larry. Yeah, yeah, it was awful. You didn't even want to know. And, but yeah, so everything's been going all right, and hopefully, this show goes well, and we can make a bunch of local shows, and that'd be fantastic.
You ever have an abscess on your ass?
I can't say I have.
Oh, yeah. That's what Larry had twice.
How big was it?
I didn't look, so I really couldn't tell you.
I get fixated on stuff like that. It's like an obsession with it,
Would you keep it? Like, if they pulled an abscess off, would you keep it? Put it in a jar or something, like a test tube or something?
No, I don't. I'm not that into it like that. Only like if
I'd eat it.
My girlfriend had like an abortion. No, I'm kidding. But
wow,
dude. Wow. Stop hanging out with Flesh Roy Leaks.
Hey, listen, I'm older than Flesh Roy. I've been doing death way before they came out.
Hilarious. You guys are shocked.
I'm from the Gravediggers era.
Oh yeah.
So we got this whole new studio set up. What do you guys think of that?
It's awesome. I like it.
I like wherever it's at. I like you guys. I like what you're doing.
This could be in the middle. This could be in the middle of the intersection. I'd be down.
Yeah.
You guys
this could be,
nice
this could be in a dingy basement with bootleg equipment, and I still let's do it.
Let's do this.
Says the guy that likes dead fetuses,
Dying fetus. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
it's rated R.
The vision down the road is to actually have you guys perform in studio too. So we're gonna have that happen down the road a little bit, and once I get some gear,
I'm always down to spit a. Well, I won't call it a freestyle. I'll spit a written, but
yeah,
we don't want to hear no ABC 1 2 3 off the top. But
I can't freestyle. Don't worry.
Real quick. There's a debate about that, but if you listen to a lot of the forefathers of hip hop talk about it, freestyle used to be either something you wrote or off the top. It was just spitting a rhyme on spot or battling somebody for who had the more superb verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's a freestyle.
Are you a freestyle guy?
I used to be. I used to battle people off the top, whether a cappella or over a beat, for chump change or drinks. I'd be in a bar years ago and. Yo, let's do rap, and then I'd be like, all right, let's rap for a drink, and we'd ask our friends who was
it's like
better,
shooting pool.
Yo, he got it, or I whipped ass most of the time, I got a lot of free drinks, so.
Right on.
I remember when he was Rex before he was rated R.
But there's another Rex. There's another Rex though. There's the REKS. He's from Massachusetts. He's he's a big time indie dude, and. I didn't want to get confused with him.
So you're not going to bring him back like Dude Love or anything, right?
No.
Segue.
Yeah, segue into the wrestling.
Oh, daddy-o. No, freaking, no, I won't do that. But, I'm technically not even rated R anymore. I'm rated R CNY. Because there's other rated Rs.
Okay.
So there's an internet correlation, when you put all your stuff out there.
NC-17. That's what we should switch to.
Yeah, right. I don't think so. I'd be XXX, but but no, when you Google people and you want to look up all their stuff, you want all your stuff to come up all at once, all your media,
Yeah.
So I had to just switch it up. You know what I mean? Now, if you Google rated R CNY, everything that that I have out there will come up. Pages and pages.
Right on.
It's awesome.
Beauty of the internet.
Oh, can I plug something real quick too?
I would love for you to plug anything.
This week it's already got over 3,000 views in 2 days. We dropped the Grind Mode Cypher's newest Cypher video. It's Bars and BK Volume 1 featuring myself, Lingo, J Para, and a bunch of other great MCs.
Are these local guys?
No, they're from all over the country. And Grind Mode is it's like a video cipher league that's with the owners from Providence, Rhode Island, Lingo. but you know, it's people from all over the country. Sometimes I think they've even had a couple of overseas cats, you know, come through. And then in the same week, I put another little promo video out. It's called Perdition, rated R CNY Perdition, and it's produced by a guy from Long Island named Playwright Performer. And then we got another video out that we put out in the past week and a half, and that's Poet on Drugs When the Pen Bleeds. It's produced by LOB, and it's directed by Gil Rios out of NYC.
Nice, man. You're busy then, huh?
Busy.
That's good, man. What, you got any future plans?
No, I take everything one day at a time. If I tell somebody, yo, I'm going to do this, and then it doesn't go through, because anything I plan on doing, I set out to do it. You know, if things slip through the cracks, it's usually not on me. You know, there was a lot of stuff that was supposed to go on that I never mentioned because I was right, it didn't happen. So you know how that is.
Oh yeah.
I trust me. I know. I'm still waiting. I bug this dude every day. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
what's going on?
It happens, man.
I got shit to do, and he's not.
He's
not coming through.
Personal friends of mine that are just lyrically dope, and just I will wait months on end to get this feature. You know, and I'm like, really. I gotta wait because I want it, but it's you know, not every independent musician puts the music first. Sometimes life gets in the way.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's true. Or they're lazy.
They could. You know what? You're right.
It's one of the
they
other.
Could be just lazy. I think so. Sometimes it's not hard, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how these things work. There's many different ways to create, and there's different methods of writing. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying there's a time frame on it or anything, but I mean, if it takes you like 2 months to write one verse, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe. I think, you know. How could you make an album in a timely fashion? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's way too long.
Shit, me and Gary shoot back verses back and forth in like 5 minutes.
I mean, even if it takes you like a week or something, it's one thing to perfect and revise and all that. But I mean, you know, it's if the creative process is that slow, maybe you're just not very creative.
Yeah. Right on. Well, let's jump on the subject of why we always have Fight for Rome in the house is we nerd out on wrestling. That's pro wrestling. That's our thing.
At least us two do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We
Well, I love when you guys
talk wrestling
all the time. Yeah. You know, the last time you were here, that's the same thing. We talked. I think it was like some random pay-per-view. Which you guys were here for Survivor Series, right?
Yeah.
So we like to do these previews here.
War Games.
Was it War Games?
War Games.
Oh, it was War Games.
Well, I think Survivor Series was
War
next.
Games was
the next day.
Right before.
Oh, right, yeah. NXT actually.
That was
won
the takeover.
weekend,
The takeover
was
was War Games.
Yeah, which was, by the way, fantastic.
That was fantastic.
It was awesome.
That was
War Games was amazing.
That was an unbelievable show with the War Games. And I'm
Killian
glad they brought
Dane.
that format back.
Yeah.
The War Games format, like
absolutely,
like NWA used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
The two-ring thing.
Before we go on, we got Tommy and Dave Borgia checking in.
What up, fellas? Thanks for tuning in. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. We got our peoples out there in the mix. So Royal Rumble's happening this weekend. Where is it? At the Barclays Center, right?
I think so. I'm not positive. I don't even know the whole card, to be honest.
Well, we're going to go through that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in the Barclays, it's even better, you know.
Or was Raw 25 at Barclays?
It was,
that was
at Barclays and the Manhattan Center.
Yeah, they simulcasted,
which was cool, by the way. The
my
Manhattan
homeboy
Center
from
thing.
Utica, he went there last night with the former owner of 2CW, and he went there. He was telling me last night he went to the Raw 25, and you know, after it stopped airing, they gave him all these extra matches. But by then they were like, "Fuck this," you know. I just paid $200-something for like 5 matches
that were all under like 2 minutes.
They were watching a projection screen or whatever, you know, most of the time.
I'd be pissed.
I'm like, son, like, you know, WWE, what's going on here? You know, like
sports entertainment.
You have a big enough roster to get some people in there and get some good matches going for the people and their hard-earned money.
You knew it was going to be a nostalgia fest, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't a complete show. You know what I mean? Where usually they would have a complete show. So something
show meaning match wise.
Yeah.
like
Match and
you said,
segment.
everything was just like,
no, they didn't even have segments when they didn't have matches half the time. Like they literally put the lights out, had the screens on there, watching what was going on from the Barclays Center.
Wow.
So that's crazy. You know what I mean?
So your buddy was at the Manhattan Center.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name's Justin Condon. He's from right here in Utica. He just went to Wrestle Kingdom And now he went to that. I said, I'm so jealous of
He
you.
went to Wrestle Kingdom?
He went to Wrestle.
He got to see Omega?
Yes.
What a great match that was.
Oh, yeah, it was
right?
awesome. Yeah,
Do you guys agree?
Yeah. I mean, I think Omega's a little overrated, but, I mean, he did awesome. And, you know, I mean, Jericho's the GOAT. He's one of the top 5. He is. Dead or alive.
He really is.
But see, the problem is that the internet nerds go, Omega's, you know, it's one thing to say he's one of the greatest right now, but they're saying he's one of the greatest ever. Give him another 10 years. Let him wrestle for 20 to 25 years like Jericho did.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if he's, you know, solidified as one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
Oh, greatness is hard to measure,
I
too.
can't put him in the top 5, but I definitely put him in the top.
Who, Jericho?
Yeah. I definitely put him in the top.
I think
no, Jericho's.
I think
I'd probably cry if I met Chris Jericho. Like,
I think promo-wise, worker, I mean, longevity.
Yeah.
Especially when he was in WCW.
I mean, he's still so good.
I mean,
well,
you know, okay, I'll put him in at least
47, 46, 47 years old. He's still doing it at a high level.
Still doing it. I mean, but we said this before, you know, me and my friends, like, there's just different categories of what's the greatest, you know?
Uh-huh.
You got
I'm
technical
talking
wrestler. You got popularity.
You know what I mean?
You got, you know, all
Whole
the
package.
above. So complete total package, you know? What up, man? I ain't seen you in a while, man. How you been, baby?
I'm talking, you know, whole package.
Whole package. Well, who would be your Mount Rushmore? Let's go through that right now then. Who would be your Mount Rushmore in the WWE?
Okay, but there's two Mount Rushmores.
All right, wait a second. Of all, how about all of wrestling?
Okay.
Who would be your Mount Rushmore?
There's two Mount Rushmores, right? Because if you look at, like, what would most people say, you know? You'd say, like, Hogan.
Adrian Adonis.
No, you'd say Hogan.
Hogan. Saying Adrian Adonis.
No, you'd say Hogan, Flair, Rock, Stone Cold, and Cena. You know, right? Because that's the biggest, right? But you know, everybody has their own personal favorites. I mean, I'd probably say mine would be like, and this is going to be surprising.
Say Benoit.
No. Fuck Benoit. You know, I don't do the whole kill your kids and you're an okay guy otherwise thing. You're dead to me.
Yeah.
You know? Kurt Angle. You know, Kurt Angle is just amazing for somebody who didn't grow up a fan. I mean, and then a year after he was first training, he was amazing. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Kurt Angle, Bret Hart. You know, no one when you watch a Bret Hart match, no one has the footing, the timing. The execution, you know, per se, the excellence of execution is no bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Such a natural.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero. Wrestling since he was a child.
Kurt Hennig.
You know, I wouldn't put him in the top.
I fucking love Mr. Perfect. Dude.
I put Mr. Perfect over Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, I don't.
I do all day long.
That's
kind of hard.
It's a close one, but
that's a coin flip.
Different styles.
That's kind of hard. But
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. Harley Race for me. I think people always say Flair. I think Harley Race was better than Flair.
Such a badass, wasn't he?
Just a badass. Just amazing. If you guys don't know who Harley Race is, do your studying up on Harley Race.
That's a scary dude.
Research this guy because he's just amazing. And you know, it's like when you, what's the fifth spot? The fifth spot's always the hardest. You know, like. Who would I put in there? I don't know. I guess honestly, I'd have to put Steve Austin because he was always great as Stunning Steve. He was underrated.
Wow, no Roddy Piper.
Roddy's one of my favorites, but as a worker, I don't know if I could say he's better than Steve Austin, but he's definitely in the top 10.
But he's your Mount Rushmore. I mean, like that's your most iconic wrestlers.
Well, that's why I said there's two Mount Rushmores. See, for a casual fan or somebody who's not a fan, it's the popularity thing. Like I said, the top 5 for that. But my personal favorite as an individual would be different than that.
And so what would be your categories voting for these guys on your Mount Rushmore? A worker, obviously, you said.
I mean, in wrestling, I mean, if you really want to dissect it.
What are you looking at?
What's wrestling? Wrestling is worker, promo, look. You know, I mean.
Talking.
Well, that's
mic
promo.
skills.
Oh, yeah, promo, sorry.
Mic skills. You know?
I can't hear a lot with this.
What?
Who's the best heel? Who's the best babyface? We have tweeners now. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you, like I said, if you look at the popularity, iconic for like WWE, WWF, of course, Piper's on the Mount Rushmore. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
so is Ultimate Warrior, even though he's a shit
Yeah.
worker.
Yeah.
You know, Macho Man, Hogan.
I was never an Ultimate Warrior fan.
Well,
The
people
Rock has
were.
to be
But
in
Ultimate Warrior was a record breaker.
What about
You know
Shawn
what I mean?
Michaels?
Shawn Michaels.
Jake.
Shawn Michaels is looked at as one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
He's up there with. He's looked at as like how Flair's looked at.
Right.
The Rock
You know,
should be
but-
up there too.
Yeah, but see, you have more than 5 people, and that's from a popularity standpoint of he did this, you know, he set this trend or broke this record. But when you ask somebody who's a lifelong fan, who's your Mount Rushmore? Who do you think would be the Mount Rushmore? Who's your Mount Rushmore? I've had people tell me, man, I mean, people that I thought sucked.
Right.
You know, Tommy Dreamer. I don't think Tommy Dreamer sucks.
He's
but
a good
I mean,
worker.
I don't think Tommy Dreamer's top 20.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I think Tommy Dreamer's great, but you know, or I don't know. There's so many. I put it this way: I don't dislike too many wrestlers.
There you go.
I love wrestling. Like I love.
It's probably a
most
lot
wrestlers.
easier to tell us who you hate.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
I like so many.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I mean, there's hardly anybody I dislike.
Zach, what about you, man?
Oh, for a Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
You want my personal or you want my tag? Mount
I want
Rushmore?
your personal.
My personal. Okay. Let's see.
Garrett, start thinking.
Yeah. See, I haven't been thinking.
I've been thinking.
It hurts my brain.
You want me
think.
to go while you think?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so obviously Chris Jericho is, I mean, he's insane. Intercontinental Championship is one of my favorite championships, and he held it the most times, and that's like a huge thing. But he's just got like, you know, if you pull up like his wiki page, you're like championship. It's insane. How Chris Jericho,
And he came from nothing. Like he got no chances in WCW.
Yeah, he literally clawed his way to the top.
He flipped his way to the top.
Yeah,
He high spotted his way to the top.
I really do think somebody might argue some backstage politics had to do with it, but I honestly think Triple H is one of the best.
Yeah.
You know, he's funny and good when he's a good guy, but he was possibly one of the best heels of all time, if not.
Did you guys see the mic
the
battle
best.
that him and Stephanie did? On
Oh, yeah.
Fallon?
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
That was funny. I thought that was some funny
I
stuff.
am not a fan of either of them. I think Triple H is one of those guys that either you love him or hate him, but you know the people that hate him really kind of leave him in this underrated spot where I think he's right where he should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He gave us NXT.
Yes, he was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, he was. No, that's different. That standpoint is from a business standpoint.
True.
You know, backstage shit. Worker wise, storyline, he's a great heel, great worker.
Yeah.
Was he as good as some of the people he made money with and had programs with? Not quite, but pretty close. You know, he's not The Rock to me. You know, he's not Stone Cold. You know, but you know they had these huge rivalries there.
I mean, I think
still talking
their
about it.
characters were bigger than his, but I think he was a better wrestler than they were.
No, because
they,
you know
like,
why? If you look
they had
at
the tough guy matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're both. There's even Steve Austin will tell you said he's not the best in-ring worker, but he's a tough son of a bitch.
He is a tough.
no,
You know
he
what I mean?
wasn't in the end. He wasn't as technical
Like,
because
he's not. Even he said he's not as technical, and
because he has
Triple
lagging
H.
injuries.
You know, Triple H was way more technical than the two of them. You know?
Steve Austin, when he was stunning, Steve Austin was a technical wrestler.
Hollywood Blondes.
He
Yeah.
had Broadways.
Yeah,
He had
Blondes.
Broadways in WCW with Ricky Steamboat. He was the wrestler of the year numerous times for Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Yeah,
where
he
it meant
was rookie
something.
of the year too.
Steve Austin wasn't technical in the end because A, he had injuries, and B, he didn't have to be.
Yeah.
Triple H, when you look at Triple H and dissect his move set, what does he do? He does Arn's, power slam or whatever you want to call it, or what is that?
Pedigree.
Spine buster.
Spine buster.
He does Harley's high knee. He does Rick's knee drop. He does the figure four. He took Benoit's crossface after he died. I don't know if the pedigree's an original move. If it is, and he made it up, I think that's awesome because I love innovation. Like Scott Steiner did the Frankensteiner. You call it the Hurricane Rana, he'll fucking flip out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for the.
But
Nacho
he's
Libres.
Triple H is a culmination of a handful of greats that he was inspired by.
Let's finish up your Mount Rushmore, Garrett. What else you got in there? By the way, I got to give a shout out to Kip Miller. He called me the Rabid Wolverine.
But he also mentioned the British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldogs, yeah. Dynamite was a great worker.
Which Kip also looks like a wrestler.
Dynamite is arguably one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
Because of his innovation and the moves he made.
He inspired Bret Hart.
And was multiple. He could wrestle anywhere in the world. He had multiple styles. The only problem with him is he got his career cut short.
Yeah. All right, Garrett, finish up your thinking.
Oh, yeah, I was on 2, right?
I think so.
I did.
You said Jericho and Triple H.
Triple H. AJ Styles. I've been a huge fan of him since day one that I saw him on.
Super nice guy too.
On TNA.
Yeah.
When TNA was like not at its peak of popularity, but almost there when the company was really being built, like on his and Samoa Joe's back. And I don't know. I might honestly have to go with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is. I mean, I started watching wrestling when I was 7. It was, you know what I mean, like. He was like the first like big heel, really like that turned like from a face to a heel that like I witnessed. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like there was already good guys, there was already bad guys.
I'm so old. I watched him in the AWA.
Yeah, you know, it's like
when he first came out.
You know, just I saw him. You know, once I saw him throw
the Midnight Rockers.
Yeah,
you're a good looking 50.
Yeah, once I saw him throw Jannetty through the window, it was just like, oh man, that's crazy. You know, so.
That was at number 4, or was that 5?
That's 4.
All right, 4.
Which is it's a great list already.
Oh, absolutely.
A 5th?
That 5th one's tough.
A 5th?
Don't say Sting.
No.
Yo, Sting was great. Get out of here.
Sting was great.
Sting's very overrated.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably Bret Hart.
Yeah.
I was an enormous Bret Hart fan, and if honestly, if I had to add like a 6, it'd probably be Mr. Perfect. I fucking love Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, we've had many conversations about that.
Yeah, technical wrestling is top 10.
When his before like there was a WWE Network and they had the DVD set that came out and
the Coliseum video.
Yeah, that came out. And like I watched it on Netflix, it was the Mr. Perfect one, and I tried my hardest throughout the whole thing to not cry. It's like 2-3 hours long, and I'm like,
and then I let Garrett borrow it because I bought it.
Like, oh god, it was hard.
I got Neil chiming in on Facebook, and he's saying the original Ultimate Warrior. And now a lot of people think there's 2 Ultimate Warriors.
There is not.
That's urban legend BS.
That's
garbage.
False. That's a false statement right there. There's only one Ultimate Warrior.
I laugh, I scoff at that. Because I feel like you can't say you're a diehard wrestling fan if you still believe that.
Right.
Because it's already been diminished by numerous sources. Like, it's been put to rest for a while.
Yeah.
Somebody said Zeus.
Zeus?
Isn't it Debo?
That was Tiny Lister.
He was like a preliminary wrestler in a way because
he had one match.
Somebody said Zeus?
Yeah.
Well,
Wasn't it Debo? Didn't he get knocked out by Ice Cube?
Well, yeah. He used Ice Cube and a 2x4, right? Or a brick and a 2x4. But yeah.
Well, if that's the case, let's put Ice Cube on the fucking Mount Rushmore. Jesus.
No, that was the no holds barred hype there.
It's a joke. Yeah. Take it easy.
That movie sucks really bad.
I can't. I'm very passionate.
That movie was horrendous.
That movie was
terrible.
Awful. I was like, no holds barred. Oh, I gotta watch this, and I watched it, and I realized I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, and I was like, oh my god, this
real quick, Mike DeVice is watching us right now, and I'm gonna put a message out to Mike DeVice. Yeah, since the Super Bowl is coming up, we would really like to get his predictions out there. So if you're watching Vice, I want your Super Bowl predictions. You got to call in. We miss you.
Did he ever come into the studio?
No, he never did. He dogged us, and we haven't seen him since.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys were here that one time.
Yeah, he was.
In.
I think that was the last time he called in.
I think that was the last time he called in. I think so.
He was talking super shit to Chicken. Like,
every day. Like, now Chicken's got every room to make fun of him now. So.
Yeah,
But, yeah, Vice, if you're listening, man, we want your Super Bowl predictions. Anyways, we got Rated R in here. The boys from Fight for Rome. Zach, you're up on your Mount Rushmore of classic WWE or whoever. You're Mount Rushmore of wrestlers.
Okay, this will probably change multiple times throughout my life.
Throughout this podcast.
Right?
Yeah.
Numero uno. Owen Hart.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Great worker. Great on the
underrated.
mic. Very
Super
underrated. If he didn't die, he would have been world champion.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Guarantee you. Guarantee you.
You're right about that.
Owen Hart is.
He should have been when he was in the feud with his brother.
Yeah, he should have won it.
He is one of my favorite wrestlers. Actually, I feel bad for leaving. Ironically, I feel bad for leaving Raven off this list because I loved Raven in ECW. ECW was my shit back
Great
in the day.
mind for the business.
Yeah, like the psyche and how he did stuff and how he worked promos was great. And then I know, don't hate Rated R, don't kill me. Chris Benoit, great technical wrestler. He went crazy, but then again, his doctor also prescribed him like 12 or 15 different pills that weren't supposed to go together, which probably made his mind go.
I just can't believe he killed this kid with his finisher.
Yeah.
That's fucking morbid.
Is that true?
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
That's
It's absolutely true.
That's insane.
That's true.
Shawn Michaels, no doubt, Mr. WrestleMania. I mean, I love Taker.
I hate him.
I love Taker, and I love all the matches that Taker did. That's why I would watch
Taker's
wrestling.
top 10.
Even when I wasn't watching wrestling like prominently, I would still put on WrestleMania just to watch Taker come out.
Yeah.
Just to walk out. That's it.
That's the attraction.
Jericho, because I've loved Jericho for a long time. I was a huge, Garrett.
Yeah.
I was always a huge, even when he was a baby face in WCW, I was a huge.
I think I think you and I were watching the episode where he showed up together. In fact, and because I didn't watch WCW, during that time.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't watched any. I actually researched it more now. I've seen more WCW,
the network, baby.
But I watched. I only watched WWE, and it came on, and Stu was choking me, literally choking me, going, "It's fucking Jericho!" And I was like, "What? What?" I didn't know what was going on.
Heat Seekers, baby.
And then
Chris Jericho, Lance Storm, son.
Have you guys gone to see Fozzy?
No.
Yes.
He's producing better music now than at first. It was it's okay, but I feel like as he keeps putting out albums, it gets better and better.
Wasn't it at first 80s style, almost like a Steel Panther, but serious?
Yeah, it was they were originally like a Metallica cover band.
Oh, I thought it was glam rocker shit.
Originally, it was like an Ozzy Metallica type covers and stuff like that, but then they started writing their own, and it was.
I'm not against it though. I like all that shit. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm an '80s baby.
That's my roots, baby. But a lot of that stuff, that as they progressed as a band, has gotten a lot better throughout the years. And actually, I think this last album's phenomenal.
Good thing for the technology we have now with all the plugins and all that. It makes him sound like a great singer, too. I mean, he's not that good of a singer. I mean, he's decent, but,
he's a good frontman.
Yeah. He's like the Jennifer Lopez of his genre.
Have you guys heard about this? It's called Legends of the Ring. It's going down in Tampa right now. February 10th at the Hard Rock Cafe. It's Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
No shit.
They're doing it's called Legends of the Ring, and they're talking about it's a conversation about the golden era of wrestling, and it's hosted by Jimmy Hart.
That's
cool.
That's dope.
Nice. That would be fun. Yeah. Mike the Vice checks in. He says his favorite wrestler was Hercules Hernandez.
Oh my God! You gotta be trolling on that one. R.I.P. Hercules Hernandez. Though, man.
Number 5. All right. Speaking of the golden age of wrestling, number 5, Bruno Sammartino.
Oh my God! Talk about the most overrated.
Hey,
fucking
he held it for 7
fest.
years, Bo.
Respect to him for what he's done, but God
that's the only reason I put him on there.
I mean, if he wasn't Italian, I'd hate him.
Well, I'm not Italian and I don't hate him, so that's saying a lot.
No, I'm just fucking with
Mike
you.
the Vice also says Iron Mike Sharp was one of his favorites too.
Underrated guy. He was, when they ruined a lot of guys when they took the best out of the territories. I mean, there was a reason why they took them.
Canada's
because they were
athlete.
the best. But then they fucking made them buffoons, They took Wild Bill Irwin and made him the hockey goon,
Right.
There was a lot of guys that they ruined. John Tenta, I mean, he had a little run as the Earthquake, but I mean, he was like an All-American, or not All-American. He was, a sumo wrestling champion from Canada. So, which big white guy from Canada, sumo wrestler, but I mean, that's crazy.
What about Georgie Animal Steel? Look what they did to him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He was just a badass heel going through the 60s and 70s, and then all of a sudden he turned into a cartoon character.
Yeah,
you know what it is?
He was
I loved the cartoon shit because I was a little kid in the 80s.
Of course.
And that's what it was geared towards. But yeah, if I was like my friend's older brothers or something, I'd fucking hate it. I mean, there was guys that like old WWF or they liked NWA, you know, but they didn't like the 80s WWF.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
and,
everyone, like where everyone had gimmick and
yeah,
shit,
if I was
you know,
I wasn't a child, I probably would have hated it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I
mean,
love it, man. It's nostalgia, you know?
Yeah.
One of the first wrestlers I ever remember watching, because my parents wouldn't let me watch wrestling. Like, I had to sneak onto the back porch, the inside back porch.
Not good, parents. Not good.
Well, my dad said it was barbaric, but yeah,
It
he
is.
watched football every
Right,
Sunday, so that
right.
made zero sense to me.
Real sport. Sorry. Sorry.
Whatever, dude.
Wrestling, pro
Repo
wrestling
Man.
is sports entertainment, though.
Repo Man.
It's not real sport.
You got to be an athlete to be a
loved
wrestler.
Repo
I don't
Man.
care what anybody says.
Well,
You gotta be a tremendous
people that
athlete.
don't like wrestling don't respect that. You know, it's fuck that shit. You know, it's
No,
like-
no, I get it. It's
You know?
I've known people actually have done wrestling.
Oh,
and
yeah.
have actually wrestled, and yeah, you definitely.
It
have
takes
to
a
be.
lot of
Look at all
balls
the-
to get up there. Look
Look
at
at
our
all
boy.
the football players that like they hurt themselves so they can't play football anymore, so they try to become wrestlers and don't make it.
Right.
You know?
Nashi says you look like Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is not a popular opinion, but I'll take Gorilla and Bobby Heenan over JR and Jerry Lawler any day. On
Jesse
commentary.
Ventura, my favorite.
All right.
Yeah,
Jesse Ventura is my favorite announcer of all time.
Savage.
Yeah.
I thought
Love
Savage was a
Savage.
great. I actually thought Savage was a great wrestler, or was a great commentator.
And then Savage died.
Elizabeth.
They're saying the best jobber ever was Mario Mancini. I don't remember.
Brooklyn Brawler.
No, Brooklyn Brawler was the
Brooklyn
best
Brawler is
jobber
the
of all
greatest
time.
jobber ever.
Or
And
Jose
Barry
Luis,
Horowitz.
or Jose Luis Rivera.
Nah.
You know.
But there's some good jobbers out there, and they
Yeah.
did they those were enhancement matches. It was a showcase of the talent, and
Who would be considered a jobber today?
not too many people.
not too
but
many
I mean,
jobbers
Who's
Kurt
that one dude?
Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins.
yeah.
That was like the dude with the cane
He's
that
a
comes out.
jobber.
Kurt Hawkins
Yeah.
is total jobber
Heath
right
Slater. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Rhino. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
let's
Rhino.
just get
Rhinos-
rid of Heath Slater. I don't
now. You
know.
know.
I think get rid of Rhino too.
What the fuck is a jobber?
A jobber.
Jobber is someone that
he
loses
all the
He
time.
does,
make
he does the
someone
job.
else look better.
Yeah, their career is to pretty much.
He's
lose.
the Washington Nationals.
The guys that come out.
complacent guys.
The
you
guy
know.
that comes out on Saturday mornings.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss that. Yeah.
Yeah,
it-
me too.
I miss. I was a spoiled kid.
the
I
Browns.
miss.
of wrestling.
You had a Saturday morning WWF program. And you had a Saturday night WCW program. It was the best of both worlds.
You
You
can
know?
watch it Sunday morning
And Sunday too. Yeah.
I'm so old. I used to watch it on Channel 10, WWOR.
I would search the channels morning, noon, and night for wrestling. I had found, like the channels that would play it, after hours or the little public access shit.
Right.
I found the ICW. I came across the ECW like that when it was Eastern Championship.
Yep.
Wrestling. I watched fucking wrestling after school on ESPN. From-
AWA?
It was WCCW back in the day, AWA, and
World
then it was
Class,
the
yeah, World Class.
USWA and Global Wrestling Federation, GWF, and it was great, man.
We're fucking nerds.
We are nerds.
You want to hear some nerd shit?
You gotta go in.
If you
go
like
in.
vintage wrestling that's before your time, look up Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bockwinkel was amazing.
He was a technician.
Yeah.
The AWA champion.
Yeah. For years and years.
Yep.
So Royal Rumble going on this
Yes,
weekend.
it's me
happening-
personally. It's my favorite
Mine
event
too.
of the year. There's something about. I kind of miss the days, where you had like some real surprise entrants. Like sometimes some of them were just gimmick. Like like Bob Backlund shows up and he's like 63.
Or
You know
Dorothy
what
the
I
Clown.
mean? Or yeah,
Or the
but
Godfather.
like I really like I kind of miss the days of like the surprise, and that's why like my favorite Rumble moment of all time is when AJ Styles showed up.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that was just like
2 years
They
ago?
didn't realize
2 years.
that's what put him on the map with Vince, because he didn't think nothing of him, I guess. This is hearsay, but when the response was so overwhelming that he was like, holy shit. And then
Yeah.
when they researched him, I was like, all right, let's push this guy. He doesn't just have some buzz.
Yeah.
Because
He's actually really good.
He's
He's-
actually really
he's amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, he's not
Look
a-
at him now. He was WWE champion within a year. It took him 20 years to get to the company.
Right.
But within a year, he's the champion. It's
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
He's not a Vince guy.
I
'cause
want to tell you real quick. I'm an asshole because I was at a wrestling convention and I just I had money, but I was balling on a budget, so I said I'm gonna meet and greet these wrestlers, and I'm just gonna not with these ones, and I passed on AJ Styles. And he was there with like the IWGP Championship or whatever,
when he was in Rome, he had that. That's
didn't you meet him at 2CW though?
I did. I met him, but I didn't get an autograph or a picture. I've shook hands with him and shit, but I have like a collection of pics with wrestlers that I like. The thing is, I wasn't a big fan. I was a fan, but it was he's all right. But his WWE run is what won him over with me. And now I'm kicking myself for not. Yeah, I would have gladly take my money.
when I met him at the show when he was in Rome, and the show started, and he's just standing there with his title over his shoulder, right at the table he was at. He didn't move. Everyone sat down, and because I waited for the show to start because they always talk for a few minutes. Yeah. So that's when I went to get my nachos.
Would you say he's your favorite today?
I went to get him, and there he is. And,
he's my favorite.
I just started talking to him. I just shot the shit with him for a few minutes. He's fucking awesome.
He's a great guy. Yeah, he's nice.
He seems like he's.
You know who's an awesome guy too is John Morrison. He's a nice guy.
He was super nice.
He watched almost the whole freaking event from the bleachers or whatever. He was a great guy. He was very down to earth.
That's cool.
And let me tell you something. Cool. His net worth $6 million, and he's got like a 10-pack. He's a hot chicks and all that. He could be the biggest asshole in the world, but he's not. He's all about like the indies and. He doesn't stress it. He could go back to the E whenever he wants, and he just doesn't. He doesn't care,
Now he's on Lucha Libre right now.
He's got a better schedule and he makes money.
Yeah, is that Johnny Mundo?
Yeah, Johnny Mundo.
Yeah. Johnny Mundo.
I'm not saying he's my favorite or not. It's just that he's
good. He's a good athlete.
He's a great athlete. He's a nice guy.
How badly do you guys miss 2CW?
I miss it very badly.
I miss the shit out of it.
God, I miss it.
I hang out with a couple of the guys from 2CW, and last night, me and the former referee, Jason Massey, he's the referee for Dynasty Wrestling and Upstate Pro right now, but we watched some of the Royal Rumbles on the network. What do you think's the greatest Royal Rumble?
95.
Ever? Okay.
95, hands down.
We watched
Shawn
95
Michaels
last night.
Went beginning to end.
Yeah. But that's my second favorite. We watched 92 as well. I think that when Flair won the belt, and I'm not even a big Flair fan. It was a great. Those 95 is my second favorite.
Man, it's so hard.
Is that
92, 94, and 95 are my favorites.
Is that the one where Flair won the Rumble and therefore won the title?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like one of the only two times that it was the first time ever that it was up for that, and the other time was
not the Bret Hart and the Luger one.
When, Reigns had it, or Reigns was.
Yeah, I like the Bret Hart and Luger one. That's 94. I want to say.
Was that 94?
Yeah.
I can't remember. How do you
one
remember
of the
these years?
I know.
I looked it up before we came here. I was like, what was the one that Shawn Michaels? Because I couldn't remember because it was the one. I knew it was the one that Shawn Michaels started and won. And
do you think he's a sexy boy? I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Yes. He's not your boy.
Don't answer that.
So, I want to talk about the Universal Championship, too. You got Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman and Kane. Right? How sick of Brock Lesnar are you?
I fucking hate Brock Lesnar.
I respect Brock, and he's an attraction and all that. It's just that I just don't dig the whole part-time thing.
Right.
Yeah. I would, even if he just only wrestled on every pay-per-view.
If you're a part-timer,
not for a year.
If you're a part-timer, fine. I don't like part-time champions.
Keep him off of Raw and SmackDown. They used to do that with Hogan. Hogan never really wrestled on Superstars, maybe a couple times, but they'd have him wrestle every pay-per-view. And now it's like, okay, well, there's more pay-per-views, but you don't have to have the schedule of the other guys.
Right.
Fucking wrestle, dude. I don't want to see a pay-per-view without a heavyweight title defense.
So who wins?
Who wins?
Probably
Strowman.
It's
probably. You don't think so? I think
probably going to be. You would wait till Mania to babies up at Mania.
Because he's done. Because he's supposed to be done.
It's always babies up at Mania, even if it's the ratio. It's you're gonna the big payday is who's gonna beat Lesnar for that title.
Brock's
if they do. I heard Lesnar.
It's gonna be. It's supposed to be. It's probably gonna be Roman.
And so I was just gonna say the same thing. Roman.
I'm a Roman Reigns fan, but I mean, I just. I don't think
I'm not a Roman Reigns hater, but I don't think he should probably get as many chances as he gets.
I think he just gets shoved down our throats
I think
way
he
too
does
much.
get
But what about all this?
But he's one of the best workers on Raw, though. He
But-
puts on
Yeah.
great matches.
He
Yeah.
does put on
That's
good
why I don't
matches.
hate
Even
him.
though there are
He's
people who are
improved
way more
tenfold,
technical,
like- He has
he
improved.
still puts on really good
But
matches.
now he's got this steroids accusation going
Yeah.
on about him. You think?
It's all right.
you think they're
Enzo's
gonna reward him?
situation will take the heat off.
Yeah, Enzo's situation is way
I
worse.
shouldn't laugh at that.
What's up with Enzo, anyways? I'm not.
Some girl accused him of rape.
Did he?
Yep.
So they
He got
suspended him while
investigated over it.
the police investigation is going on right now.
Well, he
so.
didn't tell him about it. It started in October. He didn't tell him about the investigation. Now they're like, well, you're suspended because we're hearing about this. And then when they found out that he didn't tell him for 3 months, they fired him. It's not.
Did they
to see-
fire him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
They didn't
He's
want
out.
him.
I
Here's
didn't even
the
hear about
problem.
that. I just heard about the suspension.
Yeah, I didn't know
They
about that
didn't
either.
want him, but when they realized they could make money with him, they kept him because of that.
Yeah.
He was on thin ice, not because they didn't like him,
They didn't like him
because
in the locker room, right?
no, it's just that let him fuck up majorly, then he'll go. But in between time, even though we could let him go, we're gonna make money with him. He's screwed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, rape accusations are touchy. You know, we don't want to get into the rape thing, but anyway, long story short, I had a friend who was accused of rape and I was on, I was there, not there, but I was on the premise, and it was because she didn't want to get caught cheating on her boyfriend. This situation is totally different. You always give them the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, you know what? Hear this woman out. She could have been raped, but it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. You know what I mean? The thing is with him is like people are already crucifying him. He's gotten fired, and to my knowledge, what you're hearing from multiple sources is she's an attention, queen. She freaking was asking people that, did you see me on TMZ? Did I look good? I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna make money off this story
And ruin this guy's career.
And who knows what the intentions were. I heard it was because he didn't want to date her. I don't fucking know, but not saying it's 50-50. He could have did it,
right?
But the thing is, it's like when you get accused of something like that, even if you really are innocent, it ruins your life.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll
mark
see him back in WWE anytime soon, man. I don't.
You think Cass will come back after injury or no?
Absolutely, yeah. But my thing is, I heard if Enzo gets cleared of all charges, he could sue for wrongful termination.
Huh.
Which he probably won't win on the technicality of, hey,
Yeah, you're fighting
you
a
didn't
big
report
machine.
it to us, but who
How's it
knows
take-
what's in their
Can
contract.
I say one thing though about the about the Universal match is I know Kane's in it and Kane hasn't even had a title opportunity, and what I think would be amazing, even though there's a huge unlikelihood of it happening, was because it's a triple threat match. It'd be cool if Kane won the belt and held it all the way to WrestleMania. And you're like, all right, well, who would Kane wrestle? Well, if Undertaker came out at 30 and tossed everyone over, and it was gonna be Kane and Undertaker at WrestleMania, and for both of their last matches ever, that'd be fucking amazing.
Well, that's the thing, though. You don't need the title for that match.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah, but
if
they'd
it's
be a good way
Undertaker's
to
last
set it up.
match, you're just going to vacating the title anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't even need. I mean, if he said, "Hey, I want one more match and I'll have it with Kane," they could build a quick storyline. But
yeah,
I mean, he should just stay.
Don't you think eventually they put the strap on Strowman though?
Oh, eventually, yes.
I would have pulled that trigger last time that the two of them wrestled. I would never had him beat him in the first place.
He just doesn't have the drawing power that Brock has.
Right.
Brock hogs the spotlight because he's Brock Lesnar from UFC.
Well, 2002, 2003 Brock Lesnar, I absolutely love when he would come in and just double powerbomb people.
No, I
yeah, when he actually did.
Nowadays, though,
when you
it's
mean
so
when he actually
boring.
wrestled, when he actually did moves to people, other than like just
German
a
suplexes?
German after German, and then an F5.
Yeah, but the one thing
that's all he does.
I gotta give Brock Lesnar a little bit of love because at least this dude tries multiple sports. He tried out for the Vikings.
He's
He
an
tried out
all-around
for
athlete,
he tried out for UFC.
Absolutely.
This guy's all around beast.
He's an NCAA champion. That's not no small feat to conquer.
Two-time.
The guy's amazing. He really is amazing. He's a beast. Moving on to the WWE Championship, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Owens in Sami Zayn, I'm sorry, in the handicap match, which I think is kind of a
AJ's still gonna win.
Yeah,
that's a great thing,
happen,
but it kind of
because they're not gonna
Owens.
do. They're not gonna do.
They're gonna bury
co-champions
No,
on a
buries
singles belt. They're not gonna, like Stu and I were talking about it. They're not gonna freebird rule a single championship.
No.
Like doing tag team titles with 3 guys is totally different than doing 2 guys on a singles title.
Yeah.
And if they did win, they would lose it.
They'd lose it on Tuesday. You know.
Although I am happy to say that I'm happy to see Sami Zayn actually getting somewhat of a push.
Oh, he's terrible.
He's not terrible.
I'm with you. I'm with you, pal.
You guys don't like Sami Zayn?
About him?
Yeah, I wish he would just give it up and go.
Really, I like Sami Zayn.
At least he can do a Blue Thunder power bomb, unlike John Cena.
Yeah, he's got a couple good moves, but I mean, you know, everybody's got a couple good moves.
El Generico, my friend.
That through the ropes DDT is like one of the coolest things I've seen.
El Generico. That's all I'm gonna say.
So.
Right. Yeah, so we all agree probably AJ Styles takes that belt.
Yeah, I think it only because of the.
You know, who's rotten is Dean Ambrose, and I'm
not a
glad
Dean
he's
Ambrose
injured
fan.
Is that he's not going to be at the Rumble. So
I'm not a Dean Ambrose fan.
Dean Ambrose is a terrible worker. He's a no seller.
He's so awkward.
He's slow. He's awkward.
He's slow. He's
not unorthodox.
He's slow.
He's awkward.
He's awkward.
Because he's lazy.
He's awkward.
He doesn't. You seen the podcast with him and Stone Cold?
No.
That was live. Stone Cold was like, "Give me something." He had the fucking personality of a Rock.
Well,
the championship.
His problem is also he's in Combat Zone Wrestling, which is straight like bleed, hit people
But
with
this
barbed
ain't
wire.
Combat Zone no more. And
I know, and he could not. He didn't adapt to the WWE style.
I mean, I guess. I hear people go, "That's my favorite. He's the best." And I'm like, no shit.
Not even close.
Nah,
not even remotely close.
I don't hate him. I don't
He
love
wouldn't even
him.
be on my top 100.
Yeah.
like not
What,
even.
are you putting
close.
Coco Beware over him?
You know,
Absolutely.
I would pick Coco. I'll put Coco Beware.
You're
Mid-South
insane.
winner over.
Do the bird.
You're insane. I'm going to
Before
throw this
WWF,
at
I'll
you.
put his Mid-South shit over Ambrose any day.
Jesus.
No,
John
I'm not.
Moxley
I'm
or
not.
whatever the fuck his name is.
I'm
We can
just.
still swear, right? Obviously.
I prefer it.
We're on the internet.
We've talked. I
I'm
think
a
a lot of
potty
people are actually. Oh, there's a lot of people. I feel like if as far as you want to go with like the indies, I feel like anyone that comes from Bullet Club is overrated. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying
totally
anyone is
agree
bad.
with that statement.
I'm not saying anyone is bad.
15
They're
false
good.
finishes, 15
Yeah.
finishers, high spot after high spot. You know, it's
I'm not saying anyone's bad. I'm not calling out.
they're entertaining to an extent.
Yeah.
But
Sean's
I feel
walking
like
home.
This,
But I fucking
I feel like the second anyone gets the
they're
tag
just so
of Bullet
overrated,
Club,
is what I'm saying.
they're like, oh, this person must be the best because they're Bullet Club. And don't get me wrong, I think Bullet Club is cool, and I like a lot of the guys from it. I just think that a lot of them are overrated.
Props to them
And
for their
most-
success, but you know, 'cause they're doing their thing.
But I really think the Young Bucks are super overrated.
Yeah, overrated, but not trash.
No, not
You know,
not trash.
They're right where
But
they
they're not original at all whatsoever.
They're Hardy's 2.0.
They're not original at all
Yeah,
whatsoever.
They're
That's a good
the Hardys,
description.
You know,
mixed with a little click nostalgia. You know,
Well, we're talking about tag teams right now. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, right? What an odd combination
That's-
it is.
that-
Gonna
the
split
bar-
them
the
up.
bar is
I
gonna
fucking
take that.
hate Jason Jordan's character.
I can't stand him.
He's a great athlete.
I thought he was great
I think
in
he's gonna
American
be
Alpha.
good in the long run.
You know, I thought he was great in American Alpha. I don't like his character the way that they're using
Yeah, me
the
either.
whole like snobby like boss's kid thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's supposed to be an annoying little prick, he's pulling it off great.
Yeah.
That's what
You
he's
know what I
supposed
mean?
to be.
If that's what he's supposed to
that's
be,
what it is.
if that's the case, then he's doing a Miz level good
He's a
job.
tweener.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's doing a Miz level good job of being a little prick.
He's a
you
good
know?
actor.
So
I used to hate the Miz, but
I used to. So do I. But
I
I
love
love
him.
the Miz now.
I love him so much.
Well, he's a great
Love him.
antagonist.
Yeah,
he
he's-
really is.
He really is.
And they pop for him.
They do.
his
Yeah.
promos in
Hard.
the past year and a half have been great. Like,
Do you
when
know-
he-
do you know
did you
who's-
see where he tore up Enzo? He fucking dissected him like he annihilated him. You gotta look that up.
I will.
don't know what it was on Miz TV. It was one of the last,
Yep,
Enzo ones, but it's just so great.
And Enzo's a good talker too.
We
But
Good talker.
he's a good
But
talker.
he can't wrestle.
Eh,
He's really
He's-
not a good wrestler.
We got
Average.
a comment out there from Sean Schofield saying they're forcing Jason Jordan on us pretty much.
That's
And-
another.
They are, but it's he's a tweener. He was portrayed as a babyface.
Yeah.
But it's to piss you off.
Right.
And he's getting heat, like borderlining heel, And I think why they're doing that is eventually he'll have a big heel turn.
Yeah.
Hello,
what's probably going to happen right
he'll
here.
turn on his dad or something.
I'm thinking the heel turn's going to happen soon when he turns on Rollins here.
Or something. Exactly.
Probably this weekend, actually, when they face
That's what's going to happen.
Cesaro. It's probably going to.
They're going to lose to the bar.
Because you see the dichotomy splitting up already right now.
Yeah.
You know, you see that split.
They're going to lose to the bar, and then Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins, because Dean Ambrose is gone. So they can't do the Shield
until
thing.
like at least September.
Yeah, so they're gonna have a thing. They're gonna have a
Paige
feud.
is gone for good.
Yeah, she's hurt. All right.
Yeah, I heard she caught a stinger from
a drop kick to the back.
The problem is the injury she has, she could end up paralyzed. Now she had that lagging spinal injury. Now when Sasha kicked her in the back too hard, did she kick her too hard? Is it Sasha's fault? Yeah, but would she have been, in that predicament if she didn't have that underlying injury? Probably not. So maybe it is better she quits wrestling. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to end up like homeboy that Mysterio killed when he really didn't even fucking kill him. It was the dude was on the brink of death already.
Or Dynamite Kid.
My bad because I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry, but I'm not really big into AAA and I don't really know too many.
Right on. Oh, what
do you think? Oh, sorry.
I want to talk about the Usos and Chad, the other tag team that's happening for SmackDown. Was it Chad Gable and Shelton
Benjamin?
Yeah, I mean they're good.
Yeah.
I'm
a fan of the Usos, though. I like the Usos.
I don't like the Usos, the gimmick that they are.
They put on great matches.
I like their new gimmick more so than the old gimmick.
No, I like the old gimmick better.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole street attitude thing. It's too fake.
I don't think so. I think it's more fitting.
I don't know how fake it is because
think it's
their
more
dad
fitting.
and their uncles were real street dudes.
You know what I mean? Like it feels super like imposed. You know what I mean?
I love
Street Profits. Those guys are awesome.
Oh, Street Profits are the truth.
I'm sorry, I don't even know who the fuck who's Street Profits.
They're on NXT.
Oh, I haven't watched it lately. So.
Okay, yeah, you gotta watch them. They're awesome.
Do you like the Authors of Pain?
Yes.
Yes and no. I actually think for as big as they are, they've actually been in NXT too long.
I think they're gonna. Oh, I would like to see them beat Fish and O'Reilly there from the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're getting up.
So you guys, back to AJ and them. You think AJ's gonna go over, or you think it's gonna be the
AJ's going over?
Oh yeah.
How do you take the belt out of his hands right now? He's the best. He's the one that deserves it the most on that whole roster.
But you're burying Owens because you're making it look like Owens needs Zayn.
They'll find another program.
Owens is gonna lose to one man with a handicap. I mean, Owens was the fucking man last year.
He was.
Yeah, but if Owens loses now because of Zayn.
Yeah, you can break him up.
That's how Zayn. That's how Owens loses and doesn't lose any integrity.
Because trust me, we love Kevin Steen.
I fucking
we love Kevin Steen. Yeah, I'm saying
he's a nice
Steen.
guy.
He's a wicked nice dude. Like we used to. I was at his last show.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what's going on? And he he was.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I got my phone.
I gave him $20 for a T-shirt, and then when I went back and asked for my $20 back, he lost. And he yelled at me and said that he spent it on drugs.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's great.
You know, the other cool thing I think they're doing at the Royal Rumble is doing the women's
I'm
women's
so
Royal
about that.
Rumble. The
That's
first
really
ever.
cool, yeah.
I think so too.
I'm so excited about that
because they used to didn't even have enough women's wrestlers to have a division.
Right, it was just a lunch or blaze.
They didn't even. Sometimes back in the days, they'd leave off a women's match or something.
I'm so old. I remember the Fabulous Moolah.
Oh,
all
Fabulous
right?
Moolah. When she fucked over Wendy Richter or whatever.
Yeah.
Even before that, when she was facing Lonnie Kai.
Oh my God, you're old. No,
I'm old.
I'm feeling young right now.
Who wins?
Mae Young.
Mae Young wins?
No.
She's dead.
Yeah, she is dead.
Well,
I
thought Steph was going to pull a Triple H move and put herself over, but I guess she's not going to be in it, just commentary.
But this is where Ronda Rousey's supposed to make an appearance, right? Is that the rumor?
Yeah, but if she showed up and won that'd be fucked up.
It's not.
That's a slap in the face to every female wrestler.
It is.
If they have somebody. I mean,
but that's Vince,
maybe
man.
somebody awesome from NXT,
but
maybe. But if you have somebody from the outside come in and win the very first women's,
I agree.
That's a slap in the
that's
face.
the problem,
to every female wrestler that's on there.
But we have a split audience. You have the
anymore.
casual fan. You have the fucking marks that jump on anything popular. There is
I know
people
a few
that
of
will
them.
eat that up. Oh my God, Ronda Rousey, she's back. You know, like
think about all the
fucking
UFC
wrestling.
fans you're going to bring in there.
Exactly.
I mean, I think she
I
should.
would do.
But,
I'd have
I
Asuka
wouldn't
win it.
pull the trigger then, though.
And then you got the smarts like us.
Or if she came in, she should definitely go over the rope. You know what I mean? Like AJ Styles showed up, and look how fucking crazy everyone went for him, and he still went over the rope.
That's right.
You know
well,
what I mean?
Roman
Like,
was in it.
Yeah, that's true. But just
My name is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, have Ronda.
Asuka. Let's be honest, Asuka's probably gonna win.
No.
Fucking
no.
I'm
have
sorry.
Ronda.
I'm not a
come
huge
in
fan
at
of
number
hers.
29 or 30. Have her be one of the last three, and whoever eliminates her is her new feud for WrestleMania.
Which would probably be Charlotte. Don't you see that happening? Charlotte, Ronda Rousey? That's pretty much set up for it.
I don't think is Charlotte going to be in it because if
She's
it's
a
like the
champ right
guys,
now.
wouldn't the winner face their
Yeah, she's
respective champion for their brand?
Unless
so
they
I wouldn't think Charlotte and Alexa Bliss or whatever. What is her name?
Alexis Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
I can't remember.
They shouldn't be in it because they're the champs right now.
Unless they do
They're the champs right now. They shouldn't be in it.
Unless they do a swerve job like they've done with Royal Rumble men's winners plenty of times where the guy wins the Royal Rumble and then he's on this brand, but he's like, no, fuck it. I'm going to go take on this champion. I think Batista did it.
Yeah,
that
was the thing they did back in the day.
Champions in it, and
that was what they did back in the day. You got to the site. Now it's if you whatever show you're on, you win. You get that's.
And Asuka's not going to win. Asuka's not going to win.
I hope
not. Well, you suck because Asuka's like my future ex-wife.
She's good, but I don't.
You look like Asuka right now. Actually,
I don't think.
I hope she notices.
I don't think she deserves the streak that she's got going right now. Asuka.
Why?
She's a good wrestler, but like
how many are better?
You're telling me
Ain't too many
that
better
she's
on
just
Raw.
gonna like when she went. I'm not even saying that Nia Jax is better than her, but you're gonna tell
I'd
me.
love to see Nia win
Nia
too.
Jax is fucking hot garbage. I hope
You're gonna
she
tell
goes
me
away,
that
too.
she's gonna beat her by kicking her only. I'm sorry, that match for the NXT Championship was pure.
Well, that's
bullshit.
the way that wrestling is going now. Is they're going with the strong style.
Fuck strong style. No, Asuka is.
I'm also not a Shinsuke Nakamura fan. So
Oh
you
my
guys can
God!
just shoot me right now.
I need to go
have
have I need to go smoke a cigarette right now.
He's just a
before I
guy
kill
with an
Garrett.
entrance. I agree with you, man.
He's
I'm
got a
with you on
wicked
that side.
entrance. He's got a
That's
few
it.
couple
He has the
good
best
moves.
entrance music
He
too.
looks like
That's
shit.
it.
He's a little shit.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
we were
But
talking
back
about.
to
we're-
I think
yeah.
Asuka is good. I don't like Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, I think Asuka is good, but I don't think she deserves.
We have a
Pathetic.
comment out there on Facebook, and Sean's checking in. And he says he wants to see them set up the 4 horsewoman feud or Ronda versus
It's gonna happen.
Stephanie. You think that's going to happen? Ronda versus
They won't
Stephanie?
do the 4 horsemen because the other chicks ain't ready, and they're not. I don't know if all of them are coming in, but that's the 4 horsemen of the UFC. But
Right.
they have the 4 horsemen,
horsewomen.
I'm sorry, of WWE, but they split them up.
Yeah,
between brands,
they're on.
So I mean,
it's-
they could
it's
have
2
it
and
at a
2.
pay per view.
Yeah, it's
you know?
it's 2 and 2. Like
I think they have.
they could do
do
that.
so
they
much
could do
right
that
now.
for Survivor Series.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
Because the brand. That's when the brands
Yeah.
go against each
Well, you
other.
got-
So that'd
It would
a
be
good
cool
time.
though. It'd be really cool to see.
You got Ronda. You got Shayna Baszler, who, by the way, NXT Takeover, going for the world title, or the women's title, and then you got
That chick is serious.
that other chick that's with
The one that's
the
in
Riot Squad.
Is she in the Riot Squad or is she in
Yeah,
Absolution?
no.
Thought she was in
I don't
Absolution.
know. Just so much shit is happening
I
lately.
can't remember their names.
Do you
Man. I
think,
don't know why. I'm having a brain
Because
fart.
They're all just
Paige
up.
was the leader of Absolution, and then she had Mandy Rose.
DeVille, or
Yeah,
whatever.
you're right, DeVille.
She's from Jersey.
Yeah,
Sonya Deville.
Sonya
Yeah.
Deville. Thank
Yeah.
you. Do you think that they replace Paige with somebody? Because I honestly
I think Paige will stay.
yeah,
I think she'll stay on as a manager.
So I got to ask you guys, who do you think wins this women's Royal Rumble?
Oh God.
I'm gonna go with Asuka.
Asuka?
I'm not gonna go with Asuka as much as I like her because they've just been talking her up. They're like, "Oh, she's gonna win. She's gonna win. She's gonna win." Honestly, I think they're gonna be stupid, and I think they're gonna give it to a former WWE women's legend. I think they're
No.
I think they'll give it to Lita or Trish.
Trish,
Then
baby.
they're gonna have to wrestle again for Mania. And then
I
if
love
they win
Trish.
the belt, they're gonna have to keep. They're not gonna keep wrestling. No,
I'm not
it's
saying that's what I want to happen.
No, those.
I'm just
people
saying
are-
that's what's
they're gonna be in
probably
there putting
gonna
over
happen.
the younger talent.
I'm
That's what they're
excited to
gonna
see
do.
Trish. I'll tell you that
WWE
right now.
loves to put over younger talent. That's sarcasm dripping from me out of every pore.
They do,
it's
though.
either
Some
gonna,
talent
it's
they
probably
do.
going to be. I know that the commentators keep saying that Nia Jax's favorite to win, surely because of her size. compared to the other girls. But honestly, I think it's either going to be Asuka or the Boss.
Yeah, about to say it could be Sasha.
You know, you gotta understand
the Boss. I think she gets a lot. She gets at least last year she got like a decent amount of pushes. 2016, 2017, that was.
Sasha's a good wrestler. She was great, but she's good.
I love the bank statement.
Huh?
I love the
like a My Little Pony.
The bank statement.
Is pretty cool.
One of those figures I bought my daughter.
Who do I want to win? I'd like to see.
I want Asuka.
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is my favorite. You know what I mean? I love Becky Lynch.
She's
And how about the men's, guys? Who do you think in the men's?
Oh Jesus,
Roman.
I don't know.
Listen, guys,
I have Roman win it.
It's his yard now. Okay.
No,
he's the guy.
It's Vince's yard, and Roman's just playing in it.
Well, it's Roman's yard. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know.
Roman or Shinsuke?
No, if they have Let me tell you something.
If you get Shinsuke versus AJ, you're putting asses in the seats.
If they have Shinsuke or Prince Devitt or Finn Balor win it, I'm fucking done with WWE.
What?
Fuck Finn Balor.
You're insane.
The most overrated.
Oh my god.
Little man-child Lego cunt.
That's all he's got is an entrance.
I really need to go have a
Fuck him.
cigarette.
He could stand in place while I punch him right in his little boy face and send him back to Ireland.
You're terrible.
Hey man, I'm just fucking being honest. These people are just fucking glorified. I mean,
Can I ask something?
I would love for you to ask anything you want, Zach.
Surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble.
Surprise.
Because there's always surprises.
Batista.
Yeah.
If they're smart.
You know, I've noticed, and funny you say that because they've been showing
I've been
more
trying to
Batista.
think, but I don't know
Can I talk?
who they bring back.
They've been showing more
sorry,
Batista promos lately. Have you noticed that on the network and stuff?
Did
So
you
I
notice,
think that's why that's a good.
Well, he's the
explanation.
man. He's getting all these roles now and all that.
Yeah.
Did you notice they showed a couple of Punk clips? They showed a couple of CM Punk clips.
I
on
would
Raw
love
25.
to see CM Punk.
And
If number 30 went off and CM Punk's music came on, literally the roof would not even metaphorically, literally
It's
the
not
roof
gonna
would
happen.
fucking explode.
Because they still chant for him every
It's not gonna
fucking
happen.
night.
Never gonna happen. Well, not never. But it's not gonna.
If they were
in the
smart,
condition to do
if they were
he's too small
smart,
now.
they'd do it.
If they were,
If they were smart,
if he was smart, he'd take him up on it. But I don't think it's happening. But I was just surprised because would I be surprised if they left him out of all the Raw clips? No, I would have said, yeah, leave him out, fuck him.
Yeah.
But they showed him a few times. It was quick, but they showed him, and I'm like, why are they doing that?
Do you know what the number 2 clip on?
That's where they fuck with you.
They said the number 2 clip from Raw ever was Pipe Bomb.
Pipe Bomb's
Which, no offense, if you can sit on stage in a Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirt and call Triple H Vince McMahon's doofus son-in-law and name drop different wrestling promotions, which is like a big no-no. Fantastic.
Part,
You're super.
Not on TV. You can
quick
do
questions,
it like
dude. Was number 1 Mankind winning the title?
I believe it was actually.
Okay.
Wow.
'Cause that was what literally won the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
That was the moment it flipped.
That's gonna put some butts in the seats. Well, Tony Schiavone, you're a moron.
You're a moron.
It did.
Tony Schiavone's
you just
a
buried
fucking
your
idiot
company.
anyway.
Good job.
Sean's saying he'd mark out like a little bitch if CM Punk showed up.
I'm just saying. I was.
Hameen hates him. He knew him in real life, from OVW, and he says a shit human being.
Oh yeah.
My boy Ben Hameen.
Yeah. Give him some love and
Dynasty
respect.
Pro, Upstate Pro. Check out Hacker Hameen Media Group, Conspiracy Horseman with Ben Hameen and Stevie Richards.
Yeah.
It's the
share
best
this
thing
podcast to his
in
site.
wrestling right now. If you want to hear about
Ben
all sorts
Hameen
of cool
smells like
shit.
camels.
Yeah, camel shit.
Hey guys, did you guys get a chance to go to the Honky Tonk Man the other night?
Yep.
Did
He
you?
did.
And I heard
Honky
Ben
was a fucking asshole.
Well,
but he was funny.
I heard Ben actually destroyed it.
He's great.
That's what I heard.
But my man, and
Mandry.
your man, Mandry, I haven't laughed that hard in so fucking long. I didn't even know he did stand up. They said his name. I said, "There's 2 Chris Mandrys." I'm like, because I don't know him that well. I know him, but I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know he did comedy.
Yeah, that was like his 3rd or 4th time he's done it.
And he came out as the Ultimate Warrior in full costume to the music and fucking danced around and did the fucking promos. And ladies and gentlemen, it was phenomenal.
Oh, nice.
I was laughing so hard, I had tears coming out of my eyes. And he talked shit to the Honky Tonk Man too.
Yeah, I saw
cut
that.
a promo on him. I was like, this is great. This is just great. It's a wrestling themed stand up. from a non-wrestler, never been. I don't think it's ever been done.
Also, by the way,
hysterical. He is.
Honky Tonk Man, extremely overrated.
Yes, yeah. But he, you know what though, he was a great character for back then.
He was,
and he did his thing, and we can't take that from him. He was Honky Tonk Man was a prick, but I didn't expect anything different.
How was his stand-up? Was it good?
It's kind of like stand-up, but it's like a Q&A mixed with a little bit of storytelling.
And what kind of stories did he tell? Just anything?
He buried everybody. He put over people that were shit and said they were better than Bret Hart and all these people.
What?
It's funny in that sense, but it's nonsensical and it's not. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Did you guys hear about the announcement today?
What's that?
From Vince McMahon.
What's that?
Yeah, I heard about
XFL?
XFL's coming
XFL.
back 2020.
Oh boy.
Why?
It's official. I don't know.
Their ratings are down.
And he's
their
not doing
attendance is down. They're cost cutting.
He's not doing anything affiliated with the WWE. He's doing this on his own.
Oh.
So none of the money's going through the WWE. I'm actually reading it right now.
That's fine. Yeah.
And
he's getting outside investors then, huh?
Yeah, he's putting the money up on his own 100 million.
You heard the rumor that they might sell WWE in the near future.
Oh yeah.
They're not just getting offers for new networks to put Raw on SmackDown. They're getting offers to buy the company. And guess who offered them? Disney.
Wow.
The PG era
say goodbye
will
to your
never
wrestling.
end.
Disney's
they
gonna own
gross
fucking
$400
everything.
million a year. They offered them I think like $4 billion.
We're gonna have Jedi and Avengers and shit jumping off top ropes.
You're going to have princes and princesses and dwarfs.
Charlotte Flair is gonna be a fucking Disney princess.
That's going
this
to
is
totally
terrible.
kill the pro wrestling industry.
Now think about this. They go, they'd never sell it. But let me tell you, he's up there. He's 70-something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to leave it to your kids and all that, but you're going to make more money than you made in the 35 years you've been running it. And you have enough to leave to your grandkids.
He's already got enough to leave.
No, I know, but this is going to really cement him, where it's like he's established to the fullest. I mean, you know what I mean? He's not a billionaire just in assets. He's a billionaire cash.
Right.
You know what I mean? And why wouldn't you? Think about it.
Yeah, but at one point, what point do you have enough money? You just say, I'm out. I'm retiring. I'm just going to go live my life. And
I'm going to go take a shit and just wipe my ass with $100 bill.
Well, whether he dies on the road or he dies at home, he's 70-something years old. And, you could say, well, I'm going to leave it to my kids. But if you get that much money for it, do you fucking need to?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
your kids are 40 years old. If you do it for another 30 years, you're not even going to make fucking $4 billion combined take home.
That's true.
Now I could give you $1 billion each and leave all my shit to you too.
Right.
Come on, he could focus on the XFL,
which is going to fail again after one season.
You never know. You never know.
I like the XFL. I love it.
Like Chicken says, if they do separate it, maybe it's got a chance. But
Dude,
I
there's
feel
a
like
lot of people still hating on the NFL for the whole
not,
kneeling during the flag thing. So
you would have to almost do it as like a farm team, though.
Right, but if you do it as like a real sport and not a reality show, and it's an alternative to the NFL and for American football, yeah, it could. It could do good.
Well, we'll see.
Can I flip switches here?
Yeah, man. Go
From
ahead.
Royal Rumble to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia.
Sure.
Just because it's the match I've been looking forward to the most. Aleister Black versus Adam Cole. Who wins?
Aleister Black. I like Aleister Black. I'm a fan.
I think
do you
Black
think
will
he
still win.
Do you think he gets called up to the main roster soon?
I hope he
Where do you
does.
keep getting those?
What, these?
Do you have another one of those?
Yeah, right there. Help yourself, man. Help yourself.
Shit, give me one. Come on.
Help yourself. And this segment is brought to you by Utica Club. Saranac.com. Go on there, check out all the great merchandise.
We love
that they
UC.
have. We do.
We love UC.
But I'm a fan of Aleister Black.
Me too. We talked about this at length last time about his.
I love his entrance song.
His theme music.
Yeah.
His theme music is badass.
It really is.
And then he comes up on that slat, and his arms are all crossed, and it's great.
Yeah.
And once again, he's also another one of those guys of like the strong style, because he does kicks and knees and elbows and just straight makes you believe that he's gonna fuck you up.
He's devastating.
But I also like Adam Cole. We had this conversation the other day. I think Adam Cole's the next HBK because I think he's got that persona.
He's in that category.
Yeah.
AJ Styles. And
HBK is a way better wrestler, in my opinion. But Adam Cole is.
Give it some time. No,
Yep,
yeah,
dude,
I
give
mean,
it some
Shawn,
time.
I mean, dude, whether you like Shawn Michaels or not as a person, he's one of the greatest.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down.
And that's not just popular opinion. The proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
Go back to the library. Go to the WWE Network and check it out.
No matter how many
Go
times
talk
he
to Bill
gets his-
Cosby.
No matter how many times he gets his
It's in the
ass
pudding.
kicked by the freaking service guys in Syracuse,
Yeah, well, here's I heard about that, and I
I
can't
know all
remember what
about it.
wrestler said it, and he goes,
It was at the country club.
they said, that was a lie. It was one guy that fucked him up bad, and they said it was a group of them to make it look better, and
Yeah.
they said the only reason he didn't have help, he said that they had somebody in the front seat that they dropped off, and when they parked, Bulldog was in the back seat, and it was a 2-seater, and the thing broke. He couldn't get the fuck out of the car in time. So by the time he got out of the car, they had already broken the shit up, and it was a group of dudes that was there, but it was only one of them that fucked him up.
Yeah, it was like some guys from the Air Force Base or some shit like that. It was like some army
guys from
military
Fort
guys.
Drum.
Fort Drum, rather. Yes, Fort Drum.
And I mean, some of those guys don't fuck around.
Yeah, exactly.
Not all wrestlers are tough, and not all
Well, the story was he was so wasted he was grabbing up on these girls and shit like that, and the guy just didn't like it. And
they used to challenge wrestlers a lot too. A whole bunch of people did.
Oh, yeah.
Amateur boxers, military guys, shooters.
I can fucking take you.
Yeah, and maybe I don't. I mean, you don't hear about too many wrestlers losing fights.
Right.
Outside of the ring, but nowadays they don't get in fights.
Well, now
they get DWIs and shit.
Right.
Well,
Jey Uso.
I feel like they're not. I feel like they're not in clubs as much as they were back in the day
No.
because if they go out, there's too much social
Think
media
about
going
this,
on.
though.
They'd be in so much trouble, more so than like.
think about this. They used to get fucked up, right?
Right, oh, yeah.
Backstage.
Oh, big time.
But you never heard about too many WWF wrestlers while they were under contract getting in major trouble or getting in trouble or, once in a while.
Yeah.
These guys are always getting, pulled over and,
Right.
this and that, kicked out of here. And
Snooker got away with murder.
Well,
got away with
literally,
murder.
literally.
He did. He got
Like-
away with murder.
Burn in hell, Jimmy. No, I'm kidding. Freaking.
Isn't he in jail now?
No, he's dead.
But back
Oh, that's right.
He died
He
of
did die.
cancer.
That's
Karma
right.
got him.
But back then you can bury shit.
Yeah, I
like
know,
now
I know.
at a moment's notice it's all over social media.
You could, but it's just what I mean is they're they're more under the microscope now.
Yeah.
And they're more conditioned athletes, and it's a more strict company, but they still a lot of them get in trouble.
Yeah.
So what's that tell you?
Right.
Wrestlers
They're
are
still
not.
partying
They're
out
not
there.
exactly.
They're still partying out there. Yes, indeed. All right, fellas, we got to wrap it up really soon here. Got to hand it off to Chicken in the D-line. He's got his Super Bowl preview happening.
Yep.
That's going to be happening. And
The Patriots are going to win.
It's going to be one Super Bowl I do not watch. I'll tell you that. I'm rooting for my squares to come in.
Oh, wait a minute. We said most likely Roman's going to win, but who do you guys want to win?
Who do I want to win? Where's the list, actually? I have the
put
list
that
in front
list
of me.
up.
I would have said Rude,
Actually,
but he ended up being U.S. champ. So
I am so happy that he is
so
U.S.
happy
champ.
about that.
I think it was dumb how they did it.
Who was it?
Rude.
Rusev?
No, Rude.
Oh,
Bobby.
yeah, Bobby Roode. He won the
Fucking
tournament,
love Bobby
right?
Roode,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's great. Yeah, he's great.
All right, here we go.
Bet on this?
Here-
Do people bet on the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
think so.
No, I mean, maybe amongst
Yes, they
friends,
do.
You can't bet on wrestling.
All right, here's a small little list. It's Elias, Shinsuke, John Cena, Finn Balor, Baron Corbin, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, Rusev, Eldon English, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Miz, Ty Dillinger, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Randy Orton. And that's just a small little list that they had here.
If they have Orton
out
win,
of any of those, I don't.
They have Orton win again.
Nah,
if they have Orton
it's
win,
gold.
I will riot.
Roman.
I will
man.
burn down Rome, New York.
I think they're going to have Cena win in that Mania. He's getting that 17-time title to beat Ric Flair's record.
Even though Ric Flair has actually held way more than 16 world champions.
All right, what's on record and that they talk about 16?
They talk about 16.
And they count.
That is
They
the big
count
number.
NWA, WCW, and WWF. So
Yeah.
That is a big number. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Cena does get it. I'd like to see it.
No.
No?
No.
Cena was the only one waving the flag.
I don't want Cena to get it, but I
No.
think that's if they don't have Roman win, I think Cena's going.
He's the only one
Yeah.
waving the flag before this whole era came out. Where they during the 2000s, Cena was the only one. And
Yeah,
Punk.
I agree with that.
And-
Who do you want to win though? Not what we think would happen. Who do you want to win, Garrett?
You know what? I'd actually like to see Baron Corbin win it.
Ugh.
Okay.
I like Baron Corbin.
He's a little green, but he's
I still love
not
it,
bad.
but this has been so disappointing for me.
Like,
Who do you want to win?
Shinsuke.
Oh shit! Another disappointment. Who do you want to win?
You know,
I'm sorry you have bad taste.
I think Roman's getting it. I really do.
Do you want Roman to win?
Do I want him? No, not really.
Who do you want to win?
Well, he's the. Would he even be in it? As if he stays the IC champ?
He lost.
He lost.
Oh, he did.
He lost to the Miz.
Yeah, that was Monday. He lost to the Miz.
So I didn't get to see the whole show.
You know, I can't really.
Then, I'm with him. Roman's gonna win it.
On this list, none of them.
None of them. Okay,
the one that I'm looking at, none of them.
So who do you think's gonna win though?
Roman.
Yeah,
I'm with him.
Roman's gonna go with Roman or Cena.
Roman's gonna come in at number 30 again and fucking win.
We're all gonna choke. Because we're going to have Roman Reigns stuffed down our fucking throats again.
Yeah.
It's fine. It is what it is.
Sean St. Corbin out there on Facebook land. Baron
Jesus
Corbin.
Christ.
So, I'm not a fan either, bro.
He's gotten better.
No, he's gotten much better.
But he still hasn't won me over yet. Like I said,
he has a
receding, I don't like.
Receding hairline, worse than mine.
He does.
That's terrible.
I think it's great though because you know what? All of them are fucking pretty boys half the time. I want some old school wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know? Fucking ugly motherfuckers.
That's what, like that. He's a Golden Gloves champ. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he goes after dudes.
Yeah,
like,
he does. Respect to him.
He
but
might
he
not
came in
be
the door real cocky and unappreciative, and
yeah.
I don't think he was a fan growing up or anything. He's just one of those guys that could do it.
He was a Golden Glove boxer, though.
Yeah,
and he was in the NFL. Yep. Respect. And Z, I don't know how you still have that mask on. My face is fucking sweating.
He used to play 2 shows with that.
I used to play shows with this thing on nonstop. But gentlemen, thanks so much for coming in. We're going to talk to you guys when probably before Mania.
Before,
we got to get you before Mania.
We'll be back to if you want to do the week before WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, if we wait before that either. There's got to be another pay-per-view in the middle of all that.
I mean, there's a bunch, but not one of the big.
Money in the Bank.
I'm going to be in Vegas when Extreme Rules is there.
No,
the old lady's not going to let me go. I don't think.
Oh,
I want to go too, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll get you in for another podcast.
We'll come back.
I like when you guys
talk
about wrestling.
Anytime.
Yeah, you guys know your shit. And Rated R, you're definitely one that knows your shit about the wrestling world. And keep up all the good work with all the music stuff. Keep up all the good work with the music. All of you, both of you guys, man. You guys are doing some good stuff. So keep it up. Also, I got to remind everybody, tomorrow is our 1-year EC anniversary party.
Is it tomorrow? Friday or Saturday?
Both.
Tomorrow's
on air.
Oh, okay. Gotcha,
feel free to stop in. We got a big party going on. We got food from Old Babies.
I'm trying to go Saturday night if I can get a babysitter.
The music from Mutt Farm's going to be here. We got a lot of old school friends popping in left and right, and we're also doing half-price tickets to the anniversary party, which is being held on Saturday at Cavallo's. We've got a lot of great music happening at Cavallo's with Joe Driscoll, Ease Beats, and Biz. We also got we also got some food. We got drink specials. We've got a lot of great stuff happening at Cavallo's this Saturday for the D's 1-year anniversary party, baby.
We made it,
man. So we got to hand it off to Chicken and the D line, which will be here in just a little bit. Fight for Rome, Rated R. Love you guys, man. Thanks so much for coming on.
Love,
and we will see you tomorrow for the anniversary party. I'm getting excited for the anniversary party, Chicken.
I am too, man.
A lot of fun. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So thanks so much, and we'll see you later.
Thank you for calling the EC Radio Attitude Adjustment Line. Press 1 if you need a good slap in the mouth. Press 2 if you need a stern verbal lashing. Press 3 if you need a timeout. Press 4 to respond to the voices in your head. Press 5 if you need to talk to your mom. And if this is an actual emergency, please hang up and call someone who gives a shit.